thought there were like
Doot
4
and doo doo.
turtles.
Here comes the
No, there's
stream.
3 elephants.
It might alarm you.
There's 4 elephants.
There, I posted it places.
No, there are 4
What about
lights.
the fifth?
Hatdan.
What about the 5th elephant?
4
I believe it
lights.
crashed into the earth at some point.
Here comes
Oh.
the stream, doo 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 doo. Here comes the stream, and I
That's where we
say
get deposits
it's
of fat.
alright. Doo 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 doo. Yeah.
Ooh, Sif,
What?
you got a big boost today.
Yeah, somebody picked up the last of the character slots. It was actually just one thing, but they got the...
Turbo
Still,
boost.
huzzah! That
Yay!
means I can start tossing more money at you because I want a toggle and a playmat.
Yes, the playmats are now available. So anybody who's
Yay,
watching is
playmats!
wondering if the playmats are available. The playmats are now available. It also means that I'm going to have to come up with another stretch goal, but I think I've got a fun one. I will put it together.
Well, here's a question for you on logistics with the stretch goal bonus items. Now, when you say $15 for the playmat,
I think
does
it's
that
16,
also
isn't it?
include a toggle, or is it
No.
$6 for the toggle and then $15 for the playmat?
Yeah, it's basically a separate purchase. You just think of it
Okay,
as like
cool.
another thing you're getting.
I just added 25 just to make it easy.
And it's the same process you go through if you were using Backer Kit, only I'm not giving Backer Kit money because there just aren't enough people for the amount of money that they will take from me.
They will literally mug me in and out of
Take my money.
The rates are pretty reasonable if you've got a whole lot of stuff coming in, but since we don't have like a whole lot of things that are being purchased afterward, it would be a little excessive. They want a decent chunk. So we will do it this way, and I will find out if it's crazy to do it this way or not.
Good luck.
Hmm.
Wait, is there a way for me to get multiples?
At the moment, no,
Okay.
but we can kind of look into that on a case-by-case basis, I think.
Okay.
If some folks want that. I know a few people are going to want a toggle set and stuff like that, but in order to make sure that I don't end up with weird iterations of cash that could be the result of either 2 purchases of this or 6 purchases of that,
Yeah.
I need to be a little cautious on that.
Yeah.
So I'll probably figure that out on a case-to-case method.
I do want an entire toggle set just because I want to frame it and then put it up on my wall next to the table of ferrochemical metals from Mistborn. Not next to the table of allomantic metals, no, but by the ferrochemical metals.
Fair enough. I'm glad it rates that spot.
Yeah.
Where
Screw
do
the
you keep
allomantic
the
metals.
allomantic? You just don't keep those.
Yeah. You
Screw it, go hemalurgic.
No, the ferrochemicals.
Get
That's
everything.
That's where the freaking god metals, the cognitive metals, the physical metals, the spiritual metals, and all that stuff comes up with ferro.
No, the god metals aren't on either of them.
Nerds!
They're on the ferrochemicals. It's from Mistborn.
No, they're
Get
they're
us
in
back
their
on
own
track.
categories. They learned that in the second half.
Well, I thought it was interesting. I was just like,
No.
well,
Is Lyrium, Adium, and that all are not actually part of the metals. It's 4 other ones,
Oh.
including bent alloy,
Anyway.
which make a
Sorry.
speed bubble.
Welcome to HSD. We're
Yeah,
messing
no.
everybody up today.
By the way, there's a Kickstarter for Friday the 13th, if you all are curious.
There is not a Kickstarter for Friday the 13th.
That's a good game.
So then I've actually decided that that's how we're going to do our beach episode, by the way. You guys are going to be hanging at the beach having a bonfire, somebody's going to walk up there with an axe in the back.
And
then
they're like,
we'll
no,
scatter.
Bobby. He was bringing
And
the
then,
beer.
despite being brave heroes, we're all gonna scream and run.
Yeah, scream and
Yeah.
run. See, that's the thing is I might have to make it for another group that's like later because you guys will probably just turn around and use freaking super strength on the...
Can that be the start of a new campaign for us with level 1
Maybe,
characters?
yeah. We'll start off with
Random
nice
one
little-
shot.
I don't know.
Ready?
Like, I'm sure we all need to hear Drax's girlish scream when that happens.
It's compelled. The built-in compelled. Other news for those who have kind of looked into the beta or the alpha documents for a while, we had a couple tweaks in proficiency names and a little bit of functions, mostly to get rid of issues that continually pop up over which one of these operates should I be using for these things that seem like they should be doing both. Because there's a lot of physical objects that have computer components and a lot of computer components that have physical objects and stuff, so they have been solidified into things that are a bit more distinct. I think will work a little bit better. If you ended up having to change anything in order to make that happen, that's okay. But I don't think it would be too much of a big deal for too many folks. those of you who are sneaking are still using the same proficiency for that. It just has a
I
different
did
name.
drop the points
I
out of
return.
sabotage that I would have had
Okay.
because
I-
sabotage isn't really a penny thing.
I moved one away from stealth into science, and I can't remember whether my boning stealth comes from something that would actually still be stealth, or if I chose it.
I don't think you
I
got it
don't
from anything
remember
else.
cows
Yeah.
getting.
Yeah, cows don't get it, and your
Wait,
morphism
did-
doesn't give it to you. Because you
Yeah.
had a Hemi, right? Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
get it from anything else. I think you picked it.
I'm gonna move my bone into science.
Okay.
Okay.
Seems sciencey. All right, we got.
And
Like,
I got one other thing. Reminder: the creative contest will close for accepting entries on the 31st. That is
not
Monday.
long now.
Yes, almost done.
How long do you suppose the judging will take?
I am expecting about a day or two. I've been trying to actually look at everything as it came in. I had one very large entry that has consumed a lot of time for me. A very, very large entry, and I'm trying to make sure that I give it all the credit it's due by looking at listening to every little bit of it.
Phrasing?
Words. Things that may have been sent to Sam that is like, oh, somebody sent Sam probably many, many, many hours of stuff that she has to look over. And it's like,
Now, I know you're recording, so I should avoid saying stuff like the judging is not going to end, but at some point we'll announce a winner.
But, I think that goes unsaid. Yes,
Yeah.
we just understand that to be a thing.
yes, but I will
You're
stop
being judged
accepting entries
forever.
on Monday, so
Okay.
or at midnight Monday probably that night, so it'll be that whatever thing.
Cool.
But hopefully I should have the ability to name the 2 winners because I've decided to up it up to 2 winners on this because I'm lazy and I realize I don't want to do another Twitter contest.
Oh, they're gonna let you name them?
Ha!
That's nice of them.
I'm going to.
I thought that
curse
was
them.
Allie's thing.
Allie gets to name people. Your name has
Yeah.
changed many times as a result of Allie, as I recall.
It has.
I have the
try not to think
power.
about it.
Yeah.
Of Grayskull?
Alright, well that was all my interruption
No
for it. Are
changing.
we getting a story?
No, we are in the midst of a story, but it might go into another story later on, depending on how this action goes. All right.
I'm already going to call it first turn. I'm not even going to get to act before I'm vaporized.
Well, we do still have to roll for it, but this would be one of those situations where you might want to put a few things into initiative.
First turn before I get to act, vaporization.
Alright, the important thing is, Toby, don't stand in a crowd, okay?
Problem.
Problem. There's a crowd.
I don't know. If he stands at the very back of that crowd and keeps his head down, he might be okay for the first turn.
Yeah.
There's a lot in between him and them at that point.
Use the people that you'll desperately wish to save as meat shields.
Yeah, nothing can go wrong there.
All right. So we have a situation taking place at some part in Venus. Toberius went off to find out what happened to his grotto when he had found some mysterious clues over in the town that you were in that didn't really give much indication of what had occurred, but suggested that there was a place to meet. He followed his clue line off to a remote area on the other side of the continent, wherein he found a secret tunnel into the mountainside that led him to what seems to be the remains of a once great civilization. Actually, this doesn't look like it was an original thing. They built this one from scratch. But it has folks in it who are lost, confused, and otherwise concerned about the world around them, who greeted him with terror and concern about the outside, only to discover that he was the apparently last of the bunch that have come in, because they haven't had any visitors from their grotto in many a moon now. And we were all excited about this because they thought that perhaps this person might have known what went wrong. Because the rest of them were smited from existence from on high. But upon trying to give this information off to the rest of his team, he was jumped by a whole bunch of robots in various primary colors.
But they're not in disguise.
No, they're not in the... Well, I mean, you can't really see inside of it, but I guess they're fairly blatant at this point.
The one that's in a blue armor is secretly wearing green.
Yeah, a ship was outside on the edge of the shoreline, and some immediately aggressive assailants have shown up and have bombed their way into the structure themselves, and they look like they are out for whatever it is that they might be out for, without stopping to ask for permission to enter. Toberius was getting ready to try to get people out of the building. They have gathered in the middle here, and he is stuck between many, many small rocks in a hard place. You guys received word from this right as it was occurring. You grabbed the first ticket out of there, pulling your new friend along with you, and asked your bosses for permission to go out for it. You were denied originally. But when you went up through the immediate chain of command for the person who was immediately responsible for you, she said to go for it and that she's going to meet you. So you are rushing off to the airport to basically hijack the first plane that is leaving for this general area and emergency fly in that direction, which will get you there at a pretty decent speed, but you are leaving the moment this began. So even considering a quick flight time of an hour, hour and a half, you're not landing right at the location. You still have to get there, which was an on-foot process after the driving. You are probably 2 to 3 hours out, depending. So the chances of arriving mid-conflict are pretty slim, but hopefully you can get there in time to do something. But you're not really sure what you're walking into yet other than bullets.
Somehow I managed to hold them off for 3 hours.
Who can say?
How many turns is that?
Prepare for the longest combat. I'm going to have to move your plane in rounds. So it's got a movement score of like 7.
God.
Let me just start this.
It's got a movement score of 7.
Well,
What?
seven
I'll be
screens.
honest. If it has a movement score of 7, I'm getting out and walking because I'm fucking.
It's 7 screens at a time, and it moves from map to map. It has to do a few laps.
Oh, sweet, we're traveling by map.
Yeah,
Hey, traveling with maps very efficient.
you're traveling via EVE Online style. You're just going, by jump points.
Oh, it's gonna take forever.
But it's still going to take an awful lot of jump points.
Terrible.
On the upside, at least you can auto map there. So if you guys wanted to, get a snack or something.
Oh no, I've got jumped.
All right. So action on the plane is going to be minimal at the moment because you were basically tied up trying to figure out what you're going to arrange when you get there. But you do meet up with Rio upon arrival at the airport, and she is looking stern and a little on the suspicious side. She goes, all right, so as you're getting on the plane, basically loading up, and she is moving crates into it, or her own people are moving crates into it because you guys requested some equipment and stuff to get in there. And she's moving you into the passenger area. She's like, okay, so what have you got exactly?
5 active armor combatants, potentially, maybe more. This is a count from Toberius, and he was under fire. Beyond that, we know he's left his gear behind, so he's unarmed. And he's on his own.
Do you know what he was looking for?
It's my fault. I told him he was wanting to look more stuff up, and he was helping us look up Drachert's family just to get pictures, and he said he found something, and then him and Drachert, I guess, went off looking, and I've been trying to decipher it, and I can't figure out what the freaking code is, because they use stupid math! Why do they use such stupid math?
Who's they?
I think it's his
It's grotto.
yeah, his grotto. He was looking for them.
She lets out a breath and looks at the. I assume you give her the coordinate thing that you're looking at, and shakes her head and says, "Yeah, I have no idea." All right, but we're fairly certain on the coordinates you picked up here.
Mm-hmm. He gave those to us directly.
Let's get in and hope there's something left to rescue.
He'll be fine. I mean, Toberius is kind of a little foolhardy and crazy and brave as shit, but he's gonna be fine, right? I mean, he's gonna get him out.
She will get on the plane.
Oh.
Drac will look over and say, "Don't worry, he will be fine. It's, as long as he's not fighting, many enemies in big armor or something."
Tisa will pat Penny with like a little tendril on the head.
Pat.
And then Tisa will also get on the plane. Rio, ma'am. If we do manage to save him and anyone else there, what is the legal situation with the grotto and its inhabitants?
Well, we'll find out when I figure out what jurisdiction they're in. I can probably work out something for them, some degree of protection. It really depends on who's trying to get them and why. I'm not terribly confident about that part, though.
If this is a team from whoever owns that area.
She shakes her head and says, honestly, if I was going to put my guess on something, I suspect this is a TTI team.
Penny is going to make sure that our certain special guy doesn't get lost in the kerfluffle here.
What have you found?
Make sure the idiot is not an idiot.
He's not an idiot. He's fine. He just likes to take his clothes off.
He's simple. There's a difference.
He's not simple. It's just he has very direct solutions.
Yes, this is Reginald. This is the one we were telling you about.
They will probably talk to themselves for a little bit. Sue doesn't really want to talk to himself right now.
Okay. All right. So Squeeze doesn't want to talk to himself. Got it.
That's just going to result in a whole lot of weird dialogue, but I don't really have pre-scripted. Right
it's pretty much we can accept the fact that Reginald's going to try to get naked to make everything fine.
No, he will move along with relative. Actually, like it seems fairly confident. He gets into a chair and doesn't seem baffled by the flying metal machine or something like that.
Yeah.
But most of the practices are he seems pretty adept at various, like, I should be doing this with my body kind of thing, just not necessarily with the communication. And there's a lack of precision, or at least he insists on a certain degree of precision when it comes to the description. It sounds a little bit like certain BBs you may know that are somewhat dismissive of using the wrong words for a certain thing or something like that. He's fairly literal with most of his things. There was minor incident upon arrival.
I'm going to try and make sure that I get a seat with BB and Reginald on the flight.
I have good news. Nobody's fighting me for that seat.
Yay! I'm not going to sit with Drachert because of reasons. I don't want to sit in the cargo hold.
I was going to say I'm in the cargo hold.
Drachert's probably in the cargo hold, because you guys had to get
He's hanging on to the bottom of the ship.
Yep.
So the cargo hold is pressurized and everything because the ship goes into low orbit in order to make its flight faster. So it's protected down
There's
there.
handholds, I'm sure. Just don't shake the ship too much by rocking from side to side, please.
Yes, they do request that you actually
Stay still.
don't move about the cabin too much, kind of thing.
Yep.
And if you feel your ears popping, pray to whatever deity you like best, because they're the first to go.
What, the deity?
Yes, those two.
You know that pre-combat obsessive weapon checking that you see being done in many films.
Mm-hmm.
This is doing that, but with a medical kit and looking at it like it's going to be inadequate.
Thinking through that, there are various calms and preparations. You're not the only ones here. It looks like Rio brought a couple people with her, so you're feeling like you're going in there with a fairly robust team. But it's the time. No matter however adequate you feel the task.
If we don't make it in time.
Yeah, it feels like this may all be for naught. Rio has a fairly concerned look on her face that is difficult to read because she always looks like she's a little bent out of shape about something. But it's definitely not. Our chances are good. It is something that she's trying to figure out how to deal with the fallout of, or what she may be walking into. And what are the rest of you doing for your flight?
I'm mostly going to be poring over every scrap of code that I have ever gotten from Toberius, and I am trying to figure out if I can break it. I'm actually actively trying for a change, where I've usually kind of given it a shot and then given it completely up and called it rubbish. I'm treating it serious right now.
Do a mind perceiving logic.
Oh, good. And also I'm going to kind of be mumbling an apology at Reginald. Apologies.
Accepted. Why are you apologizing?
Because I bit you.
Oh, I thought that was deliberate.
It was, but I'm still sorry about it.
I don't understand the question.
It's not a question, it's a statement. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
That's actually pretty good still.
Mm-hmm.
It's 13 modified, though?
It's 13 modified, but it's max dice twice.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, I guess that depends on how baffling their stuff is supposed to be.
I mean, I have been hitting this up every time, and I've always rolled well. I've always been just slightly off.
Well, I mean, we'll give you some progress.
Okay.
So, yeah, you feel like you found something there that you can kind of work with.
Okay.
At least you managed to come up with some sort of equation that.
Well,
that
I do
makes
have
sense.
I do have like the translation basically of the coordinates. So
Yeah,
probably using that as a
you were able to get the coordinates to pop up repeatedly using a little algorithm that you've kind of come up with. So you can start applying it to other things. It's more, what are you trying to figure out at this point? Because I don't know you have too much raw material.
I'm just trying to see if there's anything he left us that might help. I'm just kind of I'm basically I'm basically grabbing at the wind right now for anything to do to be helpful, and this is what I've come up with, is try to figure out his stupid language. You know?
As far as I'm aware, he's guarded everything he's had other than those coordinates.
He did show me the big algorithm at one point back when we were in training.
That's a big thing to try to... Well, I guess you have a eidetic memory.
I do have a eidetic memory.
Yeah.
So I could eidetic memory. I'm going to try and just figure that out, because I'm trying to see if I can apply this out, because I feel like Penny thinks if he gets out, we need to be able to find him after, because he's going to go into hiding. So this is what she's trying to do, is plan ahead.
Well, you might be able to do that with what you've figured out here, because you seem to be able to get the coordinates to pop up on a regular basis.
Aha!
As for translating the big thing, let me look at the eidetic memory thing, because that's a large thing to try to get, but it might work that way. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Is that book in the other room? It might be. No, there it is.
But, like I said, meanwhile, I'm just going to kind of be like acidely, talking at Reginald, and I'm going to go, I'm sorry I bit you. I wanted you to understand what pain was, but it was the wrong way to go about it, and it was rude, and I'm really sorry. And also, I never introduced myself. My name's Penny. Penny Whistle.
Do you mean to tell me my information about pain is flawed?
I'm not sure what you have for information, and I was concerned that you would have trouble focusing and maintaining concentration on what you need to do in order to survive in combat.
You bit me. That is my information.
That is very little information. And then she goes, by the way, that's BB. The guy in the back, the big bear guy, that's Drachert. The gloopy girl is Tisa, and we're looking for our friend. His name's Toberius. By the way, the really pretty lady is Rio. She's kind of grumpy.
He kind of looks about like he's not sure if any of those definitions are actually accurate to the people you've mentioned, but he just kind of nods and goes, good.
All right.
Hi there.
Hello.
Oh, hi there.
Hi.
Hello.
Prepare for the next
an hour. Next 2 hours of the flight.
An hour in, Tisa is seriously pondering just forcing the ship to crash.
Just straight down to the bottom.
Unfortunately, we also have to do this in rounds.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hello.
Yeah, this way they're limited to the one thing per.
Oh, hi there, roll.
I spent my action waving.
But yeah, I want to try to use this break that I have on it for long term, but right now I'm just trying to see if I can make sure to apply it and feel like I'm getting cohesive results, so I can try to look for his sneaky codes and shit places. Because basically, I'm planning long term. He's going to get out. I believe he's going to get out. He's going to make it. We need to be able to find him when he gets to the next city. This is Penny's plan. Penny believes in you, Toberius. I believe in you.
Don't let her down.
Yeah. At the very least, I'm going to figure out what was so damn important about your code.
Where is that?
It's actually the secret to the Colonel's herbs and spices.
Well, we don't have to do the eidetic thing right now, Zev. That's something I will want.
No, I just looked in the wrong book for it. For some reason, I thought it was in the second one. It's in the first one.
Okay.
Mimic any single action taken by someone observed doing, provided the right equipment. This is specifically action-based.
Oh, is it? I thought it was supposed to be remembering shit.
Nah, it's mimicking something that you've seen done before.
Oh, okay. Well, damn. I thought it was actually, like, remembering crap. This is how good I know the first book.
It can probably be expanded to that.
I was going to say, theoretically, it'd fall closer into read a book, wouldn't it?
No.
Yeah, that's kind of a little... That's more of the remembering thing one. In terms of what the powers do.
Okay. I'll have to make sure I look at that when I think about redoing focuses at some point.
Alright. So yeah, you guys are underway. Toberius, let's go ahead and get some rollings goings.
Oh,
Okay.
yay. Let me clear out the...
Roll to save versus death.
I might as well because
Okay, so roll versus murder. Okay, now do that another 45 times. Okay, now
49 times.
Well,
Drop that piece.
Chicken Duck Woman does sound like something that he might run into on that field.
Yep, it's starting.
Yeah, 7. Okay. And did you want to do anything prior for terrain modification or?
What exactly do I have here?
So, oh, in front of you? Not a whole lot. This was the big open area. There's pillars there. There are actually 2 turrets in this building that are automatically for intruders, so they're on your side to begin with. I don't know that you need to hack them. There's one off here to the right, and there's another one off to the other side.
Oh, come on.
Oh, the TIE interceptors.
Yeah, the TIE interceptors are off to the side there. Let me get to combat so that I can see what options you've got available to you.
Now, where I am, is that a console or that's stairs?
Those are stairs that you're next to.
And what exactly can I do with terrain modification?
You can... I'm getting to the page right now. Combat. Oh, this isn't the recent one. Shoot.
Okay. Create a hole roughly 10 feet deep. Create a pillar to the ceiling or around 10 feet high. Create or remove some static obstruction like a tree or door. Create difficult terrain, a ladder or window for 1 point. You can create a reactive object, such as computer consoles that can be hacked or blown up, explosive barrels, that kind of thing, for 3 points. Or create an active object like a wall turret, and a civilian bystander, you need more of those. Security camera, drops basic weapon, patrolling drone, fuel leak, spreading, or something active and dangerous element for 5 points.
I'm going to exchange bystanders for wall turrets. Or have 1 bystander per wall turret.
So a weapon will cost me 5.
Mm-hmm. You can make explosive barrels and stuff for cheaper than that, though.
Actually,
I guess the appropriate question to ask in response to how effective would explosive barrels be versus active armor?
As long as you don't set it off before they've done anything. Actually, that's the funny thing with rolling low on your init tobes. You're actually better going after them if you can survive that initial thing.
Well, the nice part is you've got a really effective shield right in front of you.
Yeah.
All right. So each one of these, anything I do that modifies terrain only affects one.
One hex.
Hex.
Yeah.
Okay, so that might actually help if I can. If stuff would work for me, because there we go. Discord's being a pain right now. It doesn't want to let me grab. Okay, so I have an idea.
Okay.
I am using the 1-point abilities for cinematic effect. You know those car barriers that pop up out of the ground?
Mm-hmm.
The rising bollards?
Yeah.
I want to create 5 of those.
I think it's one per. Let me look at the thing.
Yeah, I have 5 points.
No,
No,
one
like,
per
like,
person.
yeah, you can make an object.
Oh. Well, I was going to do it 5 times.
Yeah, but you can't. You can do like one thing one time is the thing. That's what I'm checking right here. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Because like otherwise you'd get people that would spend 10 of their stuff building 2 wall turrets apiece so that you could start every match with 20 wall turrets on the wall.
I'd say in a normal case that's fair. I think I'd kind of put this one under extraneous circumstance.
Yeah, we can probably do that. Let me just see how it's written.
And the rest of us contribute to
Don't donate.
Yeah, because he
I
is
think
in
that's
kind
the
of a state where
real
he's
question.
not going to have us for somewhere in the market of 600 turns.
Longer than that.
I think that's actually how long an hour works out to, roughly. Actually, no, so 1,200 turns, sorry. If optimal.
Okay. Huh. Damage isn't there. What version of the PDF do you guys have?
525. That's what I have.
Yeah.
Why is... Huh. I think it might have gotten wiped.
The only thing that we have for the items thing is the thing you put in our HSD updates. And you did that on 710, which I think are something like that.
629.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it didn't go... Okay, that's why I'm confused.
Yeah, we haven't gotten an updated book
Right,
in a long
yeah.
time.
My bad. Okay, cool. Yeah, sure, if you want to, you can spend a point and make a few of those.
Can I get their points?
Huh? No. You can spend a point and make several things. I'll let you make a couple.
But I can't take their donations?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, this will do because right now I'm thinking delaying tactics. Okay, so I need...
Do you want them like that, Toby?
Well, as these fill up a hex, so one there, one there, one there, one there, and one where yours is.
Mm-hmm.
If only I had one more point.
There.
If you want to be smart about this, shift them up and to the right one.
Up and to the right. Well, yeah, that would make sense.
No. Here, Sam. In this line.
Yeah, because I could see spacing at the end as well.
That tightens it up.
It does.
Yep.
Titans.
Teen Titans.
Doesn't protect us from fire, but it keeps them from rushing.
Not for long.
No. But it buys a turn.
It's worth
Alright,
it's
so
worth the
that's it.
readiness there.
Yeah.
One turn down, only 599 more to go.
All right. Well, we're not even we're not even started yet because they have yet to
You have
roll
to
into
prime your
initiative.
armor, Toby. You might as well do that. Oh wait, never mind.
It is not armor.
Yeah, thank you.
I forgot. I thought you would have picked something up. I'm sorry.
No,
Dan's
I
right
was
now
obeying the
holding
laws
a
of the land and not going out in full combat gear.
No, I mean,
Hey, what's Green doing there? Green, you don't belong here.
I thought there were six of them. Was there not 6 of them? Oh, I
It's
can
5.
I'll get rid of green.
Green is traitors,
Yeah,
so that'd be useful.
Come here, green. Sam will set you off to the side.
Well, this just became a lot easier.
Or harder. The only reason we survived them last time was green went traitor.
To
Yeah.
be fair, he's not Beauregard this time.
Yeah.
At least I'm fairly certain he's not Beauregard this time. I'm moderately certain he's not Beauregard this time.
Would Zev be dastardly enough to bring
Descending.
Beauregard in to kill Toby's own character?
There we go.
Yes, he would.
Okay, now you need to roll individual init for
Every single last one of them. I'm
Yes.
actually going to group them off in like 3 different sections. So I'm going to give
The hell?
group 1. Group 1's going to be an 8. I'm going to say you at turn 8. And we'll say group 2, which will be kind of here in the middle, will be at a 4. And we'll put the last one at a 1.
also Sweet. I don't believe they can spend their readiness on rerolling active armor stuff, right?
No, they got to spend power on that.
Yeah, so you may want to put that onto their inits.
I didn't bother because there isn't much point. There's only like I'm either going to be all ahead of him or all behind him, so there might as well be a split point somewhere. There's the split point right there. So
Oh, but it's not his day. Did the civilians get in it?
I did. I gave them them. They're working in 3 groups basically. So I'm going to split them up in like 3 different classes. So one of them will be moving at 8. Okay, so yeah, there is a massive explosion, and the 5 of them kind of pour out of the breach there. And as they do that, your pillars pop up, go thunk 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 as a kind of last line of defense. And they're pretty big because they're supposed to be stopping, encroaching vehicles. So they pop up and are fairly solid and look like it will make it much more difficult to travel through them. But there are gaps between that they can fire through with somewhat limited visibility. Unfortunately, they have a very large blob of targets down at the bottom. There's much screaming. Everybody down at the bottom is like, "Oh my God, is that a dead body?" and stumbling over themselves. And to start with, Pinky over here will advance. And scoot over here.
Oh, do the turrets have their own initiative, or?
I'll have them go on yours for the sake of ease.
I don't get a reaction because it's the beginning of the.
It's on thumb. You over here, and then I need their sheets, which hopefully have not disappeared on me. Yes, no, that's kind of. It's been a long week.
Getting from there to here.
No.
Been a long
No.
way. My time is finally
We
here.
do not need any Brian Adams in anything.
I think Sam sent him. Yeah, just look back through here.
You're looking for Team Magic Thunder.
Yes, they're there. Okay.
Which, an interesting little fact, Team Magic Thunder has been historically the name that this group usually uses in most RPGs. Because it was the doofiest name that anybody could come up with when I was asking for a team name in a superhero campaign, and they refused to stop using it.
Challenge accepted.
But then
Well, there was
Zev
Team
gave
Bad
us
Idea.
Blackwatch.
Well, there was Team Bad Idea.
Cameras, lineage. They're there. Okay.
Just an accurate label, really.
All right, we're going to say that you are this one. Okay. So she's going to come up here, and there is a of the arm unit on the large mech that comes back and pulls backward with a and slams it forward into the pillar in front of her with a heavy that sends a large crack through the pillar.
Oh man, Kimmy got to go first.
Well, I kind of reassigned their weaponry, so I don't
Okay.
know.
No,
Which
but it's
you
the
assigned
pink
to
mech,
her,
right? That's Kimmy.
Yeah, the pink one's got the perforator currently.
Oh, okay. Well, that's different from what she had last time. Like it really matters. I think we had the black mech and the yellow mech were the melee weapons, and then I think she had the whatever all gun.
To be fair, the black mech didn't get to do much of fuck all.
No, he got sat on by a bear.
Yeah, he got set on first.
Red
turn,
mech
that
was
good.
hell.
What's the evasion of a solid object speed?
3.
3.
Yeah, there's still a chance that you can fuck it up.
A very slight one.
Yeah. I'll reroll those. Why not? Actually, I'll reroll one of them. I'll reroll that 3. Oh,
Nice.
son of a
Nicely
bitch.
done.
Nice.
Good job.
It becomes a 2. They can't roll ones, but okay. So that's a 16 and a 21. But Perforator has its own abilities for dealing with armored objects. So check that really quick.
The stream has suggested that the team name should be Team My Hold My Beer. It should be Hold My Beer and Watch This. If you're gonna do it right, that's the way you have to do it.
Team uh-oh.
Collateral damage.
There's no laterals in this
I
team.
don't know, we could go with the old standby and just be Team Bad Idea.
Team, did I do that?
Yeah, there for this Perforator. Here we go. Damage rolls of 12. Shit, we'll just run one channels. 1 power point per
Team
person to run 10
Saturday.
through 12. Didn't matter. Okay. So she smacks it for a pretty heavy thing with the first attack. I will go for, what do I use there? 2, 4, 6 is probably enough. She'll hold off on the remaining one. Toby, the first attack has rattled the pillar there. It's going to survive it, but not by much. You can see the other ones getting ready to move in for their kill. You are now up. Oh no, actually, you're not quite up. The team in front of you are there first, and they are freaked out. So they're like, ah! And they're going to
Well, I
probably
had
try to...
Before the combat had started, I had ordered them to run for the conduit.
Okay, so they are going to go forward. They have,
Conduit.
I think
Yeah,
they're
it doesn't
going to
really
go...
fit. Run for your life.
4, 5, 6, and then second one, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Don't be the god player that moves things individually. Don't. No.
There we
Do
go.
it.
Okay.
So they got a
Do
little.
it.
Okay, so that's 2 for them. They have hauled off in that direction, so they're running around the front to try to get toward the exit. That was their 2 moves. Now Tobias up.
Okay, so I have sentry turrets.
There are 2 automatic turrets that will be firing on your turn right now. Yeah.
Okay. So since
Yeah.
I don't have a gun myself,
Oh.
This
um,
was a good plan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am moving to here.
Okay.
Holy
That
crap, you moved 10? Wow, your armor must hold you back.
that's 2 moves.
You just get behind cover.
Yeah.
So he moves 5. Got it.
So I can't do any hacking, but I doubt my hacking would be any good against these guys right now.
Okay, at the
And
end of your
then-
turn, let me see what's. Or was there something else you're going to try?
No, there's not much
Okay.
else I can do. However, as support action,
Mhm.
since it's not a full round thing, since I actually have the communications gear here, I am going to try and send out a burst communication to Penny, Tisa, and Drax. With
Well,
any
you had
You've
the
moved twice.
communication. Yeah, this is the stuff in here that you were talking on. This
Oh,
building.
I
that
thought
you're
I
in.
was actually linked into it.
No, you actually went into and used the
you
console.
went into the building and used the console. It was this one right here.
You used the hardware.
Oh, okay.
'Cause you don't have
I
you don't have signal out here, remember? Because you lost signal on your toggle.
Yeah, their whole thing
Oh,
is they don't want to be found. You can move back there if you want.
Well, no. I thought I was Wi-Fi'd in.
No.
You went and used the phone. It was right here.
Oh, well then there's not much I can do. Okay. Well, no, I'm not going back there.
You don't want to go back into that room? I mean, all the civilians are running the other way. They might not go in that building. Run out the front while they're chasing everybody else. Sam has
Okay, there's
tactics.
a vague shot there via corner hex madness on pink that this one can take a shot at. All right, so go ahead and do a 1d10 against the pink ranger there.
Come on,
1d10?
take a pink.
You'll get 2 shots at it, but it's just a 1d10 per shot.
I'm not a fan of her music at all.
Nice.
No good. Second one, 5. What are their evades? I think that's probably enough to hit it.
Yeah, you hit them on 5.
Okay, so all right, d8.
I'm just what I was fully expecting was the standard sentry gun from TF2. Beep beep. Dat, 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 dat.
Okay, d8 is 5, and that gets knocked down to their base. So.
Oh, so close.
Probably going to be on the far end. Try against the red guy. Oh yeah, you've got a shot on yellow there. Yeah, it'll be the same sort of deal because it's going to go between the 2 things. But go ahead and take a dice on it. You also have a second shot on. No, you took the second shot on pink. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that's fair.
All right, that hits. Nice. Unfortunately, they are primed and good to go. So
Yeah.
that one will get reduced as well. So
Now
you
the
see a
question-
decent shot go through. Go on.
Oh, I was just curious. Are these guys using the land shields?
No, they're not actually. Because I
thank
was going
God, they're actually beatable.
that. they don't have them. But they still have their active shielding for the armor. So
Yeah.
you hit it and it flickers a little bit. And you can see the materials absorb and ablate the blow to the point that it looks fairly useless.
What I would love is for a charge weapon right now.
I
But
think you would
that's
just
the-
love to have a weapon right now.
That too. But since I just moved, I have a reaction left.
Mhm.
So
You have
I
a
am
shooting
done.
reaction if you can see. Yeah. Okay. Red is going to have which of these? Let's
Unfortunately, from where you
roll.
are, I don't think you can see to react.
Nor do you have a gun to take a shooting reaction.
No. So I have a quick
Okay.
question about the map. Where do the
Mhm.
stairs in the 2 rooms go to?
Well, you don't know this place. So they're running off in this direction, or this direction over here, because they said that was what led to the conduits. But all you know about this map is that there was a stairway here, and that there is supposedly an exit on the far right hand side.
All right.
Red will. Do I have a decent shot?
I'd like
from
to take a
where I
moment
am?
to just say how sad this is. We're going to witness the mass genocide of a lot of badgers.
The same badger. This is a dog. Where?
That's a dog?
Oh.
I was pretty sure that was a badger.
No, this is a dog. Or was this the bear? It might have been the bear. I have to relook. Okay, so from where he is, he brings up the weapon, and there's a kind of there's this kind of quiet noise that comes out afterwards.
Funny enough, you have armed him as we armed him.
Yes, we gave him grenades as well. He killed Tisa.
I don't like the Earthshaker.
So he will dedicate, I'm going to say 5 to the shot, so 2 to fire it and 3 to reduce scatter. And he will put it right about, I'm going to put it right there, I think.
I return.
So
Also,
slash
as
roll.
somebody in the Twitch chat did point out, it was the bear.
It was the bear, okay. Let's roll D8. 8 on target. Okay, so it will land where it was and detonate. Four.
I don't think it can not kill them.
They can't even dodge out of the way. They're all clustered together.
Oh, actually.
The one in the middle might be able to move down one, but he'll still take some.
I don't know if
First
Svi wants to roll
12.
that many dodges.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to. I'm going to re-roll this,
I'll
though.
be back in a few moments.
God damn. All right, I can't avoid that.
Wow.
All right, so, yeah, it's just shitty roll. All right, they're not dead, actually.
Yeah, 12 damage. Amazing.
Bad.
Yeah, there's an explosion that goes into there, and it certainly stings them. And I will see if it knocks them over. I'm just going to do one for the lot of them. Just roll D10. Wow, that's my third 4 in a row.
Amazing.
They will fall.
4, 4, 4, the number of the Svnt.
Okay, so those ones go down. He will take his second shot. I will reduce this one by 2. So 1, 2. Or was it here? So 1, 2. And it goes at 5. So 1, 2, 3. So it's going to end up landing right here. That's a fine place for it to hit. God damn it.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Louise.
So they
It will kill one dude.
will also take a little damage.
He dies.
Where is there? It is. Oh my god, shaker. It's 2.
I'm
No,
back
it's just
again.
it's just 12 damage.
Well, he's already damaged.
Oh yeah, the one over there gets hit by it. Yeah, so he goes down. So let's put a little button on him. Where is he? How do I get to my little oh, there they are. Okay, yeah, that one there. Okay, so the rest of those guys gets stung for another 12. So Toby, 2 large. Are you back? Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I've
Two-
just been up because there's downs all around the property right now.
Word. There were two large explosions taking place, and they looked scary. A whole group of people fell over. But as you peek out, you see that while they are stunned and certainly injured, they don't appear dead yet. So either it was a dud round or a bad shot or just plain dumb luck. But there's a whole group of people over here in the corner that are knocked over, but not out of the picture just yet. So
Not much I can
And
do.
all of them start screaming, "Oh my God, is that a dead body?"
Damn it! So I fired 5 and then 4, so he's used 9.
They're off by 2 seconds from each
Oh,
other.
and I had a reroll, so I've used 10 there.
Oh my
Right.
god, oh my god, oh my god.
Oh my god. Blue.
Dead, body, D.
3, 1, 2, 3, that's the ending. Okay. Alright, you need to come out here where you actually get some work done. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's put you here. Yeah, there we go. I'll go there. Okay. All right. You see the blue one come around the side here and lift a very large-looking rifle. It looks a whole lot like just a standard assault rifle, but it is of a considerable size, and the sound it puts out is deafening as it rattles down the line here, shooting into the group that's directly in front of it.
I just realised I was thinking like, oh, he's going to put out a couple of big shots, but he can only kill a couple at once. No, he can defy
No,
as well.
it's going to divide them up, basically. So, 10. So first set.
Wow.
This. Yep. I could just keep doing that. All right. So there's a hit. Let's roll d6 on the Omnigun.
That's a death.
It's 20. Yeah, that'll kill the first one. So he's just going right down the corridor here.
In fact, if the Omnigun hits, it's a death.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So if we get that'll make life a little bit easier then.
No, it won't.
It'll make on life a little bit easier then. That's a hit. Oh, that poor fucker just ceases to be.
Alas,
That's a
poor
miss.
whoever.
He has
my
a
God.
pre-charger coil on that, so you could actually re-roll that one.
Zev's luck.
Chunk. Yeah, 2, 3, and a miss. Okay, so I've had a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 so far. Do I want to push this further? Probably.
What are they going to do in return?
Have
Hit
you
the Xbox
seen an
with
armed
it?
civilian yet? I don't
They
think so.
don't know what they're walking into either, so
Yeah.
they're trying to be a little
He's
concerned
got
about it.
cover
Here, he fires
right now,
again.
though.
So
Yeah.
he goes to 10, but misses with the other
Wow.
one. So 3 people evaporate thanks to
3 is rolling terribly tonight.
yeah,
Yes.
there's a handy thing there.
Keep hope that the dice will be terrible.
Like Bob Hope?
Yeah.
Group the second. Those are dead bodies.
Oh my god, they're killing us! They're killing us!
They do not want to walk through the firing line, so despite Toby's instructions, they are going to kind of book it this direction because there are bullets rattling toward them. So they divide off that direction. It's Yellow's turn.
Unfortunately, not military trained civilians.
That's been done. That's been done. That's been done. Okay, so it's that one. Do I have a shot? Yeah, right to there. That's those 3. And through there. Okay, so from the current position, there's a sound of a rotating barrel spinning up. No
Nice.
good. There's one. I don't think this one can.
No, it's got a couple of 13s on its table.
Yeah, it's got some 13s there. So as long as you do a little bit of that. Roll D8. No, I think that's good on the first one. Oh, actually, what I ought to do. No, I wouldn't have the line of sight for it. No, wait, I would. Hang on a second. Just because it hasn't been done yet.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Okay, it's going to do a sweep, and it's going to power up energy.
Oh,
on it.
God.
So, starting the sweep over here and ending it on the other side of this cluster of 5, there is a rotating, screaming noise of the weapon and a sudden hail of bullets that goes through there. And then for the sweep, pick a single target, shoot at, damage can apply to the target is spread equally among all visible targets within 2x the target. Okay. So I'll do the first attack against the first target there. / roll 2d10. We're good, we hit. It's going to be against the 5 targets. I'm going to spend the power point to do double damage to the divide to it. / roll d8. 6.
So
And then
16.
second, let me see if it was double or if it was roll again and add. Torrent was roll damage twice. So the other one is an 8.
Oh.
Which for that is the 8 was a 23 and the 6 was a 16. So 39? 39 divided by.
That's 7.8 damage each.
7.8 damage each.
Yes.
Okay, I'll take it. Because I will do it again. Sure, it's a miss. Yep. Alright, so that's been 6 so far. One more here. It's a hit on 1. Roll the 8. We got a 7 and a 1. So that is a 13 and a 17.
Divided by 5. That is 6 damage each.
Okay. So it takes us to 13. Basically, they're all stringing for life. What am I at here? I'll re-roll that one. 8, 4. That'll do it. 7, 6.
Have you
Fired that one for
finished
3.
massacring all of the people in the ghetto yet?
He's working on it. He needs more
Also,
spread
that
weapons.
is a really bad line to take out of context.
It is.
Actually, it's all the people in the grotto. Be right. Grotto.
That is slightly better to take out of context, but still not that good.
Yeah, it's still not great.
Six, 7, 8. So these guys. In a withering hail of firepower, you see this group of 5 get cut down like a knife, as would a knife.
Cut down people with it.
Cut down people, yes. If a knife were armed with
But it
yeah.
feels so right.
If a knife were a torrent.
that is how it would be thusly cut down. This group over here is like, oh my god, it's shooting at us! Run! Run over here!
Run away.
Considered all running at the things trying
Run
to kill
away.
you and drowning it in dead bodies.
It's a good
Hide
plan.
behind a pile of dead bots.
Mhm.
Except none of them are birds.
Or are they?
That's a good point.
So this should be like the ending of the OA, and they all just start doing this really stupid.
Yeah, that dance. Thank you for bringing that up again. I sure needed that.
That just begs the question: does
It's
that
Toby
make?
the OA.
I think
God, why can't I
Penny
roll for shit?
might be the OA, but
It's because all the
portends
people
poorly
in
for
the
her.
HST channel are pulling for Toberius, and they're ruining
Relish
your dice.
sees bad rolling, Toby. He might kill your people, but man, he's gonna get frustrated while doing
That's
it.
pretty hard trying to get you, yeah. All right, so this one swings the percussion hammer and rattles the freaking cover that it was going against apart on the swing.
Nice.
So that was 5, 6, 7. Then it's gonna move forward here.
And then he's gonna go swirling into the crowd.
3, 1, 2.
They have
Swirling
spin,
in the
right? They can
crowd?
spin with that hammer.
It's a good trick.
I have to look. It is.
Pretty sure spinning's a good trick with the hammer. The hammer also
Scary
has
enough,
reach,
it
probably.
really is.
Scarily enough, spinning is a great trick in HST.
Sly Marble needs to come save these people.
Well, that's our on the plane.
Ah!
Ah, is that how you're getting ready the whole way? Ah! Okay. Pinky. Pinky is making a beeline. Where do we get to?
Zev is sitting there going, "Why is mass genocide so hard to do?"
It is a little time consuming when you've got this many people doing it, but they're looking for a target here. Eight. How many PowerPoints do you guys have?
So, are you saying that mass genocide would be easier if you had fewer people doing it?
Yeah, well, I
It's
mean,
like,
if one
I don't
person
need
can do
rules
the
for
work of
wholesale
more,
civilian slaughter.
wholesale slaughter, yeah.
I think you have to refer to Vash of the Stampede's rules of total slaughter.
What, sing a song that was translated weirdly?
Yes.
Fair enough. Seems good.
I don't know, funny saying that. Didn't first edition actually have rules for crowdfire? I think it did.
Kinda. Well, there was an automatic like rattle into the crowd. You know, can't avoid hitting somebody kind of thing, which we could do. But part of this was to find out
Just how
what happened. Yeah,
yeah.
what happened when you do this?
Turns out the DM rolls a lot of 2s and 3s.
And DM does roll a lot of 2s and 3s.
It could be going completely different. It's not.
Well, I mean, it's not like they're not making progress.
Yeah. They're still doing well.
Let's be fair.
If so true.
All right, so yeah, okay. That's right. So it's gonna get one more move out of this.
Toby,
Show
how good
me
are you
your
at
moves.
stealthing?
Oh no, Toby's there.
Oh,
Oh no.
maybe
How did
he's
Pink
just
get there?
stealthing.
Stealth? What?
Oh. Oh.
It wants to make progress. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna
Toby.
crank it to the red line there.
When 3 told us we could shift our points back, you should have totally just shifted everything into stealth and survival.
Weird. How did I become like this?
Oh, by the way, Zev, I had the printer print out an ONR suit. I'm gone.
Okay, so the pink
By
one
the way, I have
charges
wings
down.
now.
Not sure where they came from, but I'm not going to question it. The pink one comes charging down with its perforator, funked back in the arm, ready to big O all over you. And doesn't quite make it all the way down there, but there's a heavy thumping as it actually tromps over the corpses of the the crowd that just got mowed down by the other one. this crowd here is going to have to pick itself back up. So all the guys over here will get back up again. Their friends are going to try to help them for the first one, and then they will get one move to try to get away.
I want to get away.
Oh, they do. They do want to get away.
But
they
do
putting
they
their
wish
body
to
with them?
fly away?
They wouldn't argue with it at the moment.
Yeah.
All right. Tevi, you couldn't see a whole lot of stuff that happened, but you can certainly hear the screaming. You do catch a glimpse of this group running off in this direction. You don't know if they're being chased just yet. And you can see a bunch of groups over here that are all making their way off toward that building off in the distance. But the one that catches your immediate attention is right there behind you.
Okay. When I don't have armor, I'm fast. I can move 15 in a turn without armor.
Wait, 50?
Like that doing it back. Well, two moves, but
I also
Shouldn't
have
it be
flighty.
16 or 14? Oh, flighty. Okay.
yeah, okay.
Weird
No,
little,
Dashi.
weird little cert.
Oh,
But
that's a good
dang
one.
it.
It's a great one, actually.
I was just sitting there going, wait, two moves that can't become 15.
It can if you really need it to.
That's not rounding up or down, right?
Okay, so sentry guns
They have the best view.
of pink.
Well, one of them does. The other one's got a building in the way.
The
But
other
he's
one
got
has
a good
black.
view. Yeah, the black one in the way, right. So the one
So-
over here can fire on the pink one.
So we're doing pink first.
All right. You get 3 dice because you've got to. So add 2 more to that.
Okay, sweet.
There's at least one hit there. Just don't roll any ones.
There,
Yeah,
pretty good.
nice.
That's
That's
3
nice
hits
anyway.
there and double 10s.
So a 12.
Yep.
Roll a 12.
Thank you for cursing me.
Hey, it's not bad.
8's not bad, and she has spent some energy.
Yeah, actually, she spent the most energy of all of them. So she's only got 1 left to reduce for.
Mhm.
And I believe. Okay, so where is active shielding here? Every point left in powerful, reducing your damage by 1. Minimum of 1 part decreases by 1 for each attack absorbed to a minimum of 2. So I can't go down any further than it is. But she only has 1 in the stock to stop stuff with. So it gets downgraded to a 7. I'm going to say it's a heavy repeater on these. We'll give them pretty decent guns.
Did it get the out in the open bonus?
Yeah, so that'll actually go back up to an 8. So 8 on that is...
I would love to say I'm pushing my notoriety into it, but I can't.
Alas, no. 18. Plus 18. Second shot.
There's the one.
If you want to roll that, you can. I mean, it's just doing your.
I
your
don't
shots
have
for-
any. I don't have any readiness.
All right, so you have a D8 against them.
There's no hits.
Oh, the one, yeah, dropped it. Okay. The other one shooting against the black one. One hit. A D8.
With those ones, don't 2s cancel?
When they had the shield.
Oh, that's right. They don't have the shield. Thank God. Okay.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have the shield. So 3 on. Oh, I guess he used 12 too. Cool. Okay, so that goes down to 2. 8.
Second shot.
Oh, thank God. I'm guessing these versions don't have the fucking implant.
For
Extra power points.
no, they had 13 power points apiece.
The ones I feel had 18, so this is good.
So that's a little better.
Oh, thank God. That's way better because the 18 PowerPoint ones were monsters.
Okay. No, you have a D10 there. The 5 will hit him.
Oh, okay. And it's like, nope.
There
Can I
you
keep
go.
the 6?
That's a little better. I'll let you keep the 6. Why not? All right, so it stays against the 6. It's a 12 for him. 12? Okay.
Against regular people, these guns would be freaking murder.
Yeah, they'd probably sting a little bit.
But against active armor? No.
Right.
Turn them on the crowd. You can hit.
I think Sam went outside.
Red had the rifle, I think. No, Red didn't have the rifle. Red had the bomb
Shaker, yeah.
Yeah, it had the arrow shaker. All right. Red can remain where Red is and fire right there. No, right there. There we go. That's the sweet spot.
That's the way to do it.
Well, and I am going to... I think it's a better way to handle that.
Yeah, the Shaker is the one we got a little
Yeah,
on.
that's what I'm trying to work out right now on what I want to do it. Because right now,
like rolling
what it
the
is...
hit and the damage is... How would you define the damage dice? When the hit dice is different.
I think I've got a method. I'm going to try it out here. 12, 5, 10. Okay, so that hits. Yeah, and that would be a D8 if I did it that way. Well, let's try that. Okay, so the way that I'm kind of working it right now, because the way it originally worked was you can add a PowerPoint to reduce the scatter, which would allow you to reduce it to nothing kind of indefinitely if you're willing to put enough power into it. I kind of want to keep a little bit of extra stuff or chance of missing in there. So what I'm thinking right now is you add a PowerPoint to add additional dice to it, and you take whichever dice value you want. So you're aiming for that direct hit, or at least a scatter that you like. And if you get any duplicates on the dice that you want, it would actually up your damage.
Ah.
So we'll see if that's not quite efficient enough or whatnot. But so that one will hit on a D8. So slash roll D8. Just a little low on the having to spend 5 to launch it.
Yeah, that's really low.
3. And for them, 3 is a 12. Those guys are not injured enough yet. I'm going to risk a reroll on that. There we go.
Well,
that'll do. So there's a more direct impact here of... See, that's kind of why I'm thinking that might be okay, because, yeah, while 5 on getting a D8 is all right, the fact that this has such a wide spread of damage...
And also, you did roll terribly to hit.
Yeah, it's a dedicated crowd control thing, I think, more than an anti-armor thing. Let's see. Okay, so it's used up 6 there. What else can you see? You can see not much there. See your buddy. You got a crowd down here you can shoot at. All right, so it's going to fire. I'm going to shoot at... Let's put these guys actually in a hex. So we'll fire at this one. Yeah. Yeah, and I will not reduce the scatter on this. So slash roll. So 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, of course, it's the exact wrong direction.
Yay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, that'll still hit somebody at least. So one person's going to feel this. 7. That'll be enough to drop him. So even with the wide scatter, we get one guy. I'll try again. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that shoots down here. There's nothing. They're exactly the wrong scatters.
Yay. It's like
Yay.
playing Hero God or whatever
5,
again.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 10 on them. Yeah, I'll hold off on that. Alright, so he uses 10. Blue, 42.
Hut, hike!
That's a pretty good line down there. We're just going to do this in groups. So the first guy gets it, second guy gets it, third guy doesn't get it, fourth guy gets it, fifth guy gets it. So
Oh.
this is him. He's actually going to move in here with 2 more so that he can actually melee swing on this pillar to try to get through it. All right, this group over here is still fleeing from the guy who's in pursuit of them. I think they're going to go for the building because they hope that will save them.
Building Senpai. Save us.
Okay, they go for that, and the last one in, and we'll hit the door. And throw the little wooden latch down.
That'll stop him.
So Jason will have to like axe through it for a little while.
Unfortunately, just Jason knows to melee instead of interact.
All right, does yellow have any set on you? No, nobody can see you. You hiding bastard.
I'm gonna get all the civvies dead. They're just gonna be them chasing Toberius around the map. Fast as fast can be. You can't. Oh god, missiles!
There. Uses 10. It's gonna do a spread. Check on the thing for that. Sweep. It will do a sweep right here. So,
That's a
slash
good cluster
roll.
to hit.
Yeah, because they're already beat up. 10. Oh, fucked it up. Alright, so that brings it up to 12 with no hits. I think there's a rattle of bullets, but the guys all duck, apparently. Group 4 here is going to keep moving.
Oh, that weapon can actually re-roll a 1.
4, 5.
It would cancel out unless it was a max.
It can't get ones anyway. They become 2s.
Ah. So a pre-charge coil doesn't work on those.
Yeah, I think what's probably going to have to happen is, just for the sake of avoiding confusion, I might make specific upgrades just for land weapons.
That'd be cool.
Gyroscopic rounds. 2s move to 3s.
A great big battery.
Spare batteries. Never leave home without the double A's.
That's that group.
No, it puts a hand crank on the side of your weapon, so it goes dee 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 dee, and when it goes pop, that's when you know you've got them.
4, 6, 7.
This is also why Sam doesn't give advice for game design.
Oh no, is he gonna punch that poor man?
Well, I think he had the hammer, so
Oh, Jesus.
no, not strictly. It's actually a miss.
Yeah.
The poor man's like, ducks away. Actually, this guy's gonna get to try to swing back.
How did he miss the active?
He's a little concerned. The bigger question is, how am I going to miss this second shot? How many have I used? That was 3, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I can't really. That's it. Yep, I missed him.
Wow.
For fuck's sake. All right, I'm down to 12. Or I used that 12 there. This guy somehow manages to duck 2 incoming things. He swings back and hits for a whopping 4 damage that I actually don't think he can deal because of the armor type.
Nice.
Whatever. I'm going to give it to him for the sake of entertainment value.
Does his knuckle sizzle thanks to the energy field?
It could be, yeah.
Nice. Uh-oh. Pink's on the move again.
Okay, so new plan. Save this dude. This dude is amazing.
That dude's really awesome. He's the cream of the crop, Toby.
Toby,
There's only
get him
one
out.
person.
Even if Toberius dies, you should play this dude.
Get this guy out.
You can become the Dodge Smith.
He went toe-to-toe with active armor and punched it. He is now my hero.
$10. It's alright, that's enough.
Yeah.
That'll do. Alright, so first one over here. Funk.
Oh, seriously, did nobody close the other door? This is just like Friday the 13th. God damn it, people. When you go into a house, close both doors.
You're a counselor. By all rights, your normal mode of egress and enter. Egress and ingress is window.
Oh, that's why they can't win. There's no windows.
Oh, shit. I knew I forgot something in the level design. Other than, like, a bigger turret for Toby and some active armor for him to run around in.
Can the dude that plunged the black mech be the chopper?
Oh man, I want it to be too.
All right, these guys will book it as best they can. They don't get to take the turret with them.
Quick, grab the whole turret.
It's our only means of salvation. Grab the wall turret.
You hear the sound of shearing metal and tearing electrical wires, and then like, oh no, it doesn't work.
We're not really sure how that happened. This one over here is like, Toberius, we're running to where you sent us. Will this save us from the hell that has been you can see now from this movement, who are these guys? They were left behind.
Is that where the conduit is?
Well, they're kind of screaming, but they all seem to be heading toward this direction, which is where you said go to the conduit. So presumably this building is where the conduit is.
I thought they said the conduit was up here.
Well, we didn't have this map last time. So it was in a bottom corner before. Now it is in this bottom corner.
So it's in a bottom corner. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was going to run up into that building and I would have been very sad.
Thankfully, now you know that you've got the shortest distance to go.
Yeah, the thing is they had started to run towards that building.
Well, some of them broke off and went the other way. This is part of the confusion of you don't know where you are. So when the two masses split and ran different ways, you could have legitimately been confused about where the conduit is, because you don't know.
You are up.
All right. Is the turret gone, or is it turret?
No, it's there. They're both still functioning. They haven't shot at them yet. They seem to be unconcerned with their...
No, I was just curious because it's moved.
Oh, it shifted down. There you go.
Okay. I'm like, wait, the turrets can move? Excellent!
It's up there.
Okay, so 15... They're running for here. I'm running past them.
Me first. So you book it past them. Once you're inside that building, you can see a secured, you're not supposed to enter here kind of thing that's going to take a minute to get through. So it's got probably, honestly, it's probably just a padlock.
Okay. I'll blow through it in a turn.
Well, you might have to find a tool in there or something, because how are you going to get through it?
It's a padlock?
Yeah.
Do I have a bubblegum wrapper?
I doubt it.
Because it doesn't take... Okay, well, that was... My turn will end there anyways.
Okay, so you're in the room. Go ahead and do you want to look for help in here, basically?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do a body perceive and search.
Got to make sure this is the Toberius sheet.
1,
3.
2, 3. Chance on me.
Search. 10 plus 2.
Hey.
Right, pretty good. It looks like it's some bunking. It's probably been used in residence past. It's kind of been repurposed to an overall tool shed. There's some various other equipment in here. Not a whole lot to hide behind if something gets inside. But you can probably find a hardened metal object to break this with, or you can try to look pretty hard to see if you can find a key someplace, but you'd have to dig into stuff.
The chap that has the key.
Dev, I'm looking right above it. Is there a key just hanging off a little peg right there?
Alas, no.
No, but there's a
For all you
post-it.
know,
There's
it
a
might
post-it note
belong
with the combination.
Yeah, there might be like the groundskeeper or something. Like you don't know what system they've got really set up for how to do it. Actually, it'd probably be a combination now that I think about it, just because that's the way you guys are operating. So who knows what number they're on this week?
Well, if it's a combination, next turn I'll do sabotage. Big. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Same as on my luggage.
Weird.
Thank you, Cronos. Okay, turret shooting. We'll start with... Actually, someone's getting crossfired.
They'll get caught up in it.
What's that?
There was a crossfire reference.
That would be fun.
Both turrets are going to shoot at black.
Okay.
And he's out in the open, so 3d10.
No, he's not. He's in combat.
Oh, right. 2d10?
It'll be 250.
Actually, no. We'll let La Chapa have his fun. I'm shooting at yellow.
Okay. Go for it.
2 hits.
Cool. Yeah, 2 hits.
Roll. D10.
Comes an
Fine.
8.
Well, it gets dropped again by the remaining
Yeah.
power points, so it'll just stay at a 7. That is
Second round.
Ooh, even better.
2 hits.
Yep, still 2 hits.
Well, the previous one was 2 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
just better
5 to
numbers.
hit.
Yeah, there are 5 to hit.
Oh, oops. Nope.
That's
wrong thing.
not how you
Wrong
do
thing
it.
to roll.
So it stays a 4.
so 8.
I'm surprised you didn't shoot at pink to help the poor people who are getting slaughtered in this house.
Well, there's
over
there's
here.
no real shot on pink. Well, I guess the one on the right there's got it. But
Yeah.
Not by much. It'd be covered.
Mm-hmm. Those poor people.
So other turret going for the same one then.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 hits.
There's the one, but I still get a hit.
Yeah, a hit.
D8.
D8. Your dice are behaving better than mine.
I brought
Second
you
shot.
good luck, Toby. I brought you good luck.
That's 2 hits.
D10. Nice.
Yeah.
I brought you good luck today, Toby.
Yes. Thank you for the barbecue.
Think.
And so you guys know, just as a thing, all week, everyone's been kind of picking on me about this entire situation, going, "We hope you survive. You are so dead." And then today, Sam decided to bring me barbecue, going, "I hope you survive."
And I brought you
See.
candy.
Yes.
She told me she told me she was going to do this earlier, and I was like, "No, you're doing it wrong, Sam. You should bring him a tombstone pizza."
That would have been glorious.
And ask him what he wants on his tombstone.
I'm not that mean of a person.
Okay, so Toby, if it comes down to just you left, you need to see if you can find a power source to blow up.
I'm bringing him with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
Why do you think he's going down into the power conduits? He's leading them down there to die. He's not leading them down there to live.
It's leading him down there and he's going to point at the reactor and go, "Okay, everyone start hitting that."
Oh, no. I'll just
You
hack the
punchy,
thing.
get on it.
You punchy, get on it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh no, it's Mr. Earthshaker's turn.
Oh, good. He moved. That's good. That's good that he moved.
Yeah, he will take a shot at the middle of this cluster.
Oh.
Let's roll. D8. 4. 4. Oh no, wait, it's gonna be 2 dice because it gets the upgrade if it hits. Wrong button.
Wrong buttons, Ev.
Just keep rolling dice.
I did that one too. Oh well, we'll just pull it up over here. So it's scattered fairly far. I'll just have to relook at how I want to do this because I don't like that system either. That doesn't work out too well. Okay. Or I just make it so that it can't be reduced by. That'd probably be easiest if you can't reduce it down to 0, so that there's still some amount of chance there. All right, so that blows up there. Slash roll. 4 is 12. Okay. They'll take the other shot, and I'll crank it up so that it doesn't scatter as much. 8, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. It goes over by 1, so it blows up here. Four. Still can't roll for shit. 12. So this whole group is really, really beat up.
No, I think this one right here has been hit previously for a
Yeah,
lot.
the reds
so
would
he'd
die.
Okay.
This red would die, I think, because he's the only one that gets hit with it. I'm color coding them based on who gets hit by what.
Okay. Wrong button. Sorry. D10. This is to see if they stand up. Oh, they do. So the bottom ones stick up, and the bottom ones stick up. So somehow, despite the hit, they managed to maintain their footing.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. What you're saying is they got knocked down, but they've gotten
They got
back up
up
Back up
again.
again. Well, no, they are never going to get knocked down. They actually did not get knocked at all.
That song doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way at all.
Okay. Blue is here and is going to take melee attacks on that.
This sinks, Toby. If you hadn't spent all your readiness on that, they would have been at you a lot faster.
Yeah, that actually did slow them down quite a bit.
Yeah, that was the idea.
God damn it! Svi! Roll some fucking dice! I'm re-rolling that. There we go. The pillar gets fucked.
You've also got a swing weight hammer.
Yeah,
this
but
is
you can't
just
roll a 1, remember?
Yeah, this guy doesn't have a melee weapon.
Oh,
he's just
he's just
punching with his fist. He's punching through it.
Get the fuck out the...
Yeah, that took me freaking 5, 6, 7 dice to get through that damn thing. Here's 9,
I'm fine with that.
12. There we go.
What at that point? It's just like turn 2, been easier for him to just go around.
Yeah, well.
It
Like,
was
fuck
actually
'em.
no... Oh, yeah, down this path.
Yeah.
You mean what every other mech did? Yeah, probably would have been easier.
Yeah, listen, the wall was in the way. He's
He
trying
wanted to
assert
be
his
cool
dominance.
and, like, stomp through it really quickly.
What
Very
we're not hearing is all the comm chatter from these guys where they're snarking on
No,
Blue
I've got
so
it.
hard.
I've got it. Don't worry. I've got it. I've got it.
How are you doing with that pillar there?
You got hung up by a rock. You shut the fuck up. This is the same sort of thing that's happening in the airplane right now. It's just Reginald looking at the Sky Mall magazine going, I desire every object in this book.
I wish
No.
to depart this aircraft now. No, Reginald, no.
He opens the door, steps out. Well,
Are wings truly necessary?
Let us test this.
Alright, so this is this group. Where are you? Oh god, it's these poor fucks down at the bottom, isn't it? Yes, it is. Ah, fuck, it's over there. It's in that building. We're right back out this way. Ah.
That door got opened quick.
Oh shit, that's right. They closed the door.
Yeah.
and barred it.
Oh,
barred.
that's true. So they run back to the other side here, and somebody has to spend an action trying to frickin' open the damn thing. So they are stuck. They have a reaction though. They have another movement reaction. So when they get hunted, they can try to get out of there.
But yeah, but
they're like,
everyone
"Oh,
else
God,
is gonna run out without
mistakes."
them. One poor sucker that had to open the door.
Yep, this poor guy's like,
That brave son of a bitch, right?
yellow. Yellow's got the torrent, right? Yep. We will aim here because these guys are fucking beat up. Please hit.
If you hit, they're dead.
God damn it, son of a
You can't roll a
Oh, I
one.
can't. Okay, we're good.
You can't roll a one, Zeph. You can't
Yes.
angry as you are.
We'll crank it up anyway because there's a chance of me botching this.
Yeah.
How many of them are you hitting?
Okay, we're good.
Okay, they're
Good.
dead.
How many
Yeah.
of them died?
It hits everybody within 2 hexes of the target.
So 5 of them?
I believe so. Let me
no.
see if it goes backward or
1,
not.
2. If it does, then that is
Glorious.
8 of them.
Because they're clustered pretty well.
I'll let Zev mark them.
Let's see.
There's gonna be like one
All right,
guy
so
that runs
spread.
inside with Toby here in a minute.
Targets in the... No, it's left and right. Adjacent
Okay,
left and
left
right. Yeah.
Right.
So it'll be those 3 that are there.
Okay, I'll get them.
Shoot. Thunk.
You do your
They took
next
20
roll.
damage each.
Oh, nice. There, I'll put them
And
down.
then she will aim for the next row.
Actually, good
Let's-
question. Does Sweep still get the out in the open bonus? For when it's relevant?
I think so, yeah. I don't think there's anything saying it doesn't.
Okay.
Okay. Roll that
I
damage.
can't get that guy, so I guess I'll go for this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, they're dead.
we're good.
Probably. At least that one's dead.
Okay.
No.
And the second one, well, 2 and a 4.
How much is that?
So,
They're already hurt.
See, that's
yeah,
13 and 15.
I think they've got like a hit point or 2
Yeah.
apiece. There.
They're
there you
dead. Oh yeah, that's another row dead. Do you want to go for another
Yeah.
row?
go. Do I?
Can you hit another row from there? I think you might be able to.
No, my shot isn't great, but I can go for these 2 that are straggling out in the open here.
Just saying, I think. Yeah, she could hit that one, but she'd only get 2 either way, so she might as well get the 2 in the back.
So doing a direct fire shot on this one. Central 210.
Ooh.
That's a hit.
They aren't
Central.
injured either, so.
No, she's only shooting at the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if it gets a 2, yep, that's dead, because it bumps up to 3.
Yep. There's that one, and
It's
then
a
what have I
5 on a
spent?
1.
Spent 3, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I could do another one here. God damn it.
It's
No,
still hit.
it
Still
goes
hit.
through.
I know, but it's just bad that I keep rolling the damn things.
Oh, it's a 5!
It's
it
a 5.
says-
5 with 2 HP!
This will be the one who's screaming for help as the other ones are departing.
Ah,
Don't leave me!
So, which one of these guys has come back as Tommy, by the way?
I think Toberius.
So I think that was 10, right? So that was 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Do I finish that one off, or do I leave the straggler? No, this is gonna be like Player Underground. You leave that one for the other ones to revive. She's going to move forward. 1, 2, 3. All right, that is that group, and they do hear their buddies screaming. So let's find out. Toby, what do you think? Do you think they got camaraderie? Are they going to go back and try to save the person who's been shot up but screaming for help?
There's a level of camaraderie, and then watching everyone get turned to red mist.
Do you want to give them a percentile?
Yeah, you can roll for it if you want.
Might as well.
All right, so high or low? High,
Low.
high, low they stay or low they go?
Low they go.
Okay.
Will they stay or will they go now?
Okay.
Oh, they go.
They go.
Oh.
They go. Goodbye.
No, low they go.
Low they go away.
Yeah,
That's low.
Yeah.
Nine's
Low.
low.
I forgot it was a D100, not a D10.
I was gonna say, what world of numbers do you live in?
I was momentarily confused by that as well.
Yeah, because my freaking soda cap is covering the extra 0 on there too, so it's like wrong D10, 9. All right, I guess they're sticking. No, they go, we're sorry.
No, they don't
but
say
we're
shit.
leaving."
They turn and leave. There's still 4 uninjured, 5 uninjured, 6 uninjured. I've counted 6 uninjured characters left, other than Toberius.
Okay, so this group bikes into here. Toby, charging through the door comes a lot of screaming, sobbing individuals. who are booking it into this building. Several of whom are going to head down in your direction, be like, "Open it! Open it! Open it! Open it!"
Fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it, fix it.
Open.
Okay, I was gonna say, who's that for?
Come on, little buddy. Uh-oh.
All
No!
right. It's
Not-
on, my Donkey Kong.
Not LaChapa.
Come on, Lachapa.
I'm not even going to crank his attacks up because I kind of want it to be a fair fight.
Okay. Well, with your dice, I don't know.
Oh.
LaChapa tries to fight back.
He can't
Oh.
block it no
Wait,
matter
what?
what.
Is
Can't
this, the
block
percussion
it.
is this the percussion hammer?
Yeah.
Okay, still might roll shit down.
LaChapa going for the return swing. No, that was the return swing from
Oh,
LaChapa.
okay. Cool.
So here's the damage for the hammer.
Oh.
Pretty sure,
21 points of damage.
Through the view screen on the camera over here, you see LaChapa go.
I like that since he actually did do it appropriately. I like to think he threw his arm up to block, and then the hammer just goes right through his arm and through the rest of him and flings his body. It's like reflex was there, strength was not.
Does the berserk thing where it just cleaves parts off as they die.
Pinky's like, "You're leaving me.
I'm surprised.
Why are you leaving me?"
I'm surprised Black
They get
didn't
their
move.
reaction.
They do. They get their reaction.
I'm surprised Black didn't
Yeah.
move after that one attack.
Ching, ching, ching. Well, there was a moment of silence for LaChapa.
Okay.
Someone actually stood up to him.
So they will make it to there. Black will have to move, but I forgot to do it, so whatever else think. All right. These guys are like, "How you ran? Why did you ran so far away?"
And Pink
body
is
gets-
dragging a body with
Yeah.
him.
A
She had
body
it
gets caught
stuck
on
to
the foot.
foot.
No, that's
I
stuck
moved
on the foot.
No, I'm taking it back. It goes over here. You don't get a hat
Oh,
of
god
that.
damn it! I missed. I hit the second one.
Yeah. These suckers haven't really been hit.
It's Perforator, 4 kills.
Alright, who'd you kill?
The person here in front.
Oh.
So thump. So I had to do 3 moves there, 2, 4, 6, and then it's 8, 9, 10. I can try one more swing here. And the next guy.
Hooray!
You hit.
Oh, it's actually impossible for you not to kill the Perforator.
Okay, so then this guy will go down as well.
Goodbye, son of a bitch. No.
Now, Sev, quick question.
Mhm.
What are these things?
Things that Sam put on the map because they were pretty.
Yeah, it's just like cover. I'm gonna say it's like air ventilation. No, the turrets are up on these buildings over here. We're gonna say those are like air intake and stuff, vents to the outside, I guess.
Air conditioners. They keep the temperature. Environmental controls.
Hmm.
Toberius is like, I will make it warm, and they will be uncomfortable in their armor.
I will make them annoyed.
Where is
They're
this
already
guy?
murdering us as playing games.
Oh, he's over
Well-
there. Okay.
When victory is not an option, spite always is.
This guy here
fair,
will
fair,
grab the, because it's their turn now. So dude here will grab pole arm thing and come help you undo this if you want to try to lever it.
Well, I hadn't even had a chance to sabotage it, but yeah.
He's going
Let's
to try
just
to
pop this stupid thing off.
try to split it open here. Slash roll. Unfortunately, he's not the strongest in the book, but
Oh, there's a lot of
Yeah.
strong things in that book.
Dan has given a very good suggestion.
So does the bar go flying?
What was Dan's
he-
suggestion?
he drops it. Yeah.
What you should do is hack the column for them so that it plays nothing but Aqua's Barbie Girl.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna make them shoot themselves. Jeez.
You just
No,
need
you
to
can
do
see a
it.
couple of them start dancing.
Do Mars attacks. You just play the thing. They're like, they start exploding in their heads.
Oh no!
Yeah,
no,
totally.
I would, if I were to do something, I would actually do the Mars attack thing. However, I would change the system that actually translates language from electrical into vocal to make it so it does nothing but the Martian yap 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 yap.
See, I would rather you just turn it to What's New Pussycat on loop.
Oh God!
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
But
Whoa.
just to drive it home
There's crime,
after the 20th.
and then there's war crimes.
No, I'm approaching war crime. After the 25th time, change it to Dawkins Chain. They'll be like, "Oh, thank God!" And then song 27.
Unfortunately, Toby, you're only gonna get one play of What's New Pussycat.
I think one might be.
So that bar went flying.
Yeah, he drops the bar. It pops out of the socket there and falls
Toby,
over.
use sabotage instead.
So it is Toby's turn. You can attempt to sabotage it, or you can try to pick up the bar.
I'm going to sabotage it. It's a.
If you sabotage
do you still need a tool?
He said it was a combination.
You can try a round combination. That is extremely,
crazy.
You're putting a 4-digit code into a thing. Like the number of permutations is sufficient.
Done.
To stuff survives on it. Oh,
That's
fine.
pretty
That
freaking amazing.
Yeah, fine. Be that.
Fine.
Nah,
This is reminiscent on Journey Quest. Remember when there was the guy that narrates each room? That's Zeb right now.
That's it. Or you can just roll really, really well. Sure.
So he's just going to be like, okay, the complexity is 16. Well, okay.
Okay, well, fine. Be that way. You type in a series of random numbers, which by all rights should never result in anything other than the freaking lock laughing at you. But it pops open. Apparently, it feels the need in your thumbs, and it's like, you're a good person. I will allow you to pass.
I'm just holding up the lock. I toss it to the guy with the bar. I'm like, chaos theory, and I drop down the chute.
Oh, great. So now you're going to make it so like all the people left in that room just sort of talking to each other. Well, I think there's some certain flaws in chaos theory. What did you think about the last one? Then they all die.
Congratulations, they're going to die smart.
Great. So essentially, we figured out that Toberius is going to die, but next session, Toberius will have not died because Svi really wants Toberius around for the sequel to this session.
Yes, pretty much.
And I'm hopping down the shaft.
Okay. There is an issue. You notice as soon as you get it open. Well, it's not exactly meant for large crowds to get through. You might get 2 people at a breast, but it wouldn't be easy moving. It'd be easier single file.
Well, people pile in as they can.
Okay, so you're going first?
Yeah.
It is also dark. Do you happen to have a solution for that?
I have Intella eyes.
He has his bright and shining personality.
Unfortunately, neither of those will provide you with dark vision.
I'm poking my head back up. Flashlight now. Let's go.
Let's see if somebody can grab one of those. We're gonna say they've got decent vision. Yeah. Somebody's good. I got one.
Toss! Grab. Down.
They're really hard to see in the future because, like, they're all those little thumb flashlights.
Oh, God. Okay, well, I think I'm out.
Well, you're in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's out of actions, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you're out of actions. Okay. Red is there. What was red? Red was the bombard one, right? I still don't have a real great shot on that. Oh, yeah, I do. Shit. Okay. What's that?
Oh, wait, I forgot something. Turrets.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Sam?
Yeah?
This is for you.
If you miss, I don't really want it to be for me. You should
Pink Ranger.
Thank God. Take
all turrets.
Oh, Toby, don't do that.
9?
Yeah,
well, 7 will hit, yeah.
Yeah, the
7 2 of those hit the people she's in combat with because she has reach.
She hasn't hit them yet, though.
Oh.
Remember, every person she swung at, she's killed.
Yeah.
So
Toby,
I get a
shoot at
D8.
yellow.
Get a D8. No, shoot red.
Oh,
Damn
Well
it.
done.
So next shot.
Yeah.
Huh? D12.
Huh? It's in the open, so it goes up and down.
Yep.
Yeah, so 6.
Next shot from the other turret.
The closer one. Oh!
Ooh.
One
Yes.
hit. One.
Yeah.
Is it 3? That's 3. It's
That's 3, yeah.
D12. Take this, Pink Ranger.
Ah!
From the heart of hell we stabbeth thee. Sam
2
is
hits.
better. 2 D10.
D10.
Oh.
Oh.
Ah!
Well, at least you hit her a bunch, Toby.
Yeah.
I hate her, so thank you. I appreciate that.
I think I would have pointed it at yellow. She's actually taken damage so far.
Yeah, but I have a grudge against Pink from last time we did this playtest.
We just
Because
could not
she
shut
lasted
Pink
the
down.
longest.
She was the problem child.
She was the problem child. She's still the thing of nightmares.
All right, so there is a sudden explosion against the building here. He's going to lob toward the middle there because he's actually targeting the structure. So D12. We'll reroll that one. There we go. Earthshaker.
You're looking for the damage.
I'm looking at it. Much like rockets, these explosives will cause structural damage and can weaken the architecture they're fired in. So that was... Where'd that go? There it is. For the Earthshaker, and 11 is 55. So there's a massive rattling of the building, and you can feel the walls kind of shaking as it hits. Second one fires. Yeah, I'll keep that. That's an 8. So it goes to 28.
The firing of structures get you out in the open bonus.
Well, basically he can't miss, so I'm not really bonusing that any further. Because he's aiming toward the middle, like the wall,
Yeah,
so
he's got
he's just
the-
he's getting free shots. Bam. I'll reroll that one.
Nice.
I got a 3 again. Good stuff. So I've had an 11, an 8, and a 3 so far. 11, and the 8 is 28. 3, I'll do the shot here. There we go, 9. That'll do it. The building will begin to collapse at that point. That's 100 to the thing with the Earthshaker. So let's do an actual scatter here.
Oh, good,
We'll
Toby.
use-
They're gonna drop a building on you.
It's like, well, he's out of it.
Well, he's in a little tunnel underneath of it.
So there's more layers between him and mine.
He's not in the building.
Yeah.
Where's my
They
environmental
can't drop the
damage?
roof on him. They have to drop the floor on him as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
Open combat. There it is. There it is. Okay. So 12 as the building falls down. 1. Okay. So just a few rocks in the head from the first one, but this group all gets hurt. How hurt were they to begin with? Oh god, they were already near dead.
They're all
Yeah.
pretty much near dead, except for the ones that aren't
There's
marked.
4 that might survive.
There's 4 that may live through this. The rest of them are dead.
Actually, 5.
Yeah. There's a few not marked ones. This
Well,
is
the
why I've been
thing is-
marking them for you.
Yeah, they barely took any damage, but these guys were barely hanging to life, so this whole group of yellows over here goes down. As the building starts to collapse on them. The other ones, the ones who weren't
the
injured,
reds
actually
were
doesn't.
hurt, I think.
Yeah, but the drop wasn't against the
Oh,
entire
okay.
building.
Oh, okay.
It hasn't dropped the whole building yet. The building's starting to fall over. So there was a cluster over there that got hit. That just happened to be the cluster that was already wounded.
Oh no.
Thump. Blue. Right, is there
So I guess
anybody
the
else
wall
on the
isn't
open?
really
Just
there
that
anymore,
group.
is it?
No, not so much. It's beginning to fall through. So blue is going to go for this group over here. We'll just see if he can pull it off. Roll 2d10. Hit. Hit. Miss. 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 Hit. Okay, so all that effort.
For 3 dudes.
Yeah.
Blue is getting so much shit on the chatter.
He is. His individual firing's actually been really. I think Yellow's been mowing down people like nobody's business, but it's because they've got the ideal weapon for this sort of thing. It's like exactly what that gun is supposed to do.
Kill crowds.
Yeah. And they don't see a whole lot of things still left to shoot them, so he will take his last shot over here. Why not? And miss.
Unless he's shooting at this little guy.
Missed.
Yeah. No, he was trying to get this other guy over here. So, no, I can do it. I can do it before you get the son of a bitch. This guy is dead, so it's just these two left. They're going to try to get out of here as best they can. They're like, oh, God. Where do we go?
Run this way. Run for the exit. Run for the exit.
Yeah, I think that's about where they're headed. That's like all we got. We're going to go for the hills.
Yeah.
Run.
I hope they make it.
I
That'd be
do.
awesome.
That'd be great. They're not gonna make it.
Yeah, Yellow's like, hey, dude, you let him. I got it.
Order said no survivors, Blue.
So it's not actually Power Rangers. We got Mr. Blue, we got Mr. White, we got Mr. Red. That was Mr. Pink.
Wow.
Yeah, but this seems to be like the opposite of Mr. Blue and Mr. Blonde because people are surviving.
The chat wants to know who do we think's getting the most crap, blue, black, or red?
Blue.
I think it's blue.
Black has been the most useless for this fight so far in terms of overall.
Yeah, but he
like,
didn't
damage
spend his
total.
time trying to punch a pillar and
I
missing.
was gonna say, Blue spent 6 rounds fighting a rock.
Red's actually been
6
doing pretty
dice.
good with the grenades, so
Wrecking fishes again.
yeah. Pretty much Yellow and Pink are like, gotta carry this fucking team.
So once again, it's the civilians. The civilians are being the most useless.
That's
Still hits.
yeah.
Yes, the first one goes down. It's like, you're not shooting any better. They're still dead.
Oh,
Oh, they're very dead.
yeah.
So these two go down.
Oh,
Thump, thump.
I was hoping they'd get away. Fly, my pretties, fly.
If only Toberius had been able to save a precocious young child who would spontaneously introduce themselves shortly before the attack.
That's the one who is currently crawling over there right now.
He's crawling.
Yep, he's moving over.
As far as Yellow
I'm
didn't shoot him
imagining
too.
Tommy from Rugrats.
Yellow could have shot him too. She could have spent the points.
She could have, but wanton cruelty, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay, that's the kind of people we're
they're
at.
Cronos society. They're not people.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. I guess I'm spending the points.
Oh,
He is prone.
did Allie just take it too far? Oh,
Hey, I'm just treating it as I've read it.
Oh, arrested. Was that really necessary? Yes.
they're
Okay,
not
this
people.
group actually gets to move. So we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Everybody.
6,
And then the rest have to wait outside.
7, and 1.
I don't know the
3,
lyrics to
4,
Mambo number
6,
5.
7. Yep, they can all get over there.
Holy shit, Toby! You're getting out like 10 more people than I thought you would, which was none.
Well,
Are you
Is
counting
there actually
Potentially.
in
Is
that
there
number?
actually a way out at the end of this though?
it is the sort of issue here. So we're going to do some stuff now that we kind of transitioned to the end of this. Pink will begin heading over here. Looks like everybody out here has been destroyed. Toby, you are moving down the tunnel at this point. You're out of rounds now. So you've survived an onslaught. You managed to get to the exit. You've heard the screaming behind you. You look behind you and nobody else is coming through. You're at the end of it. Do you want to try to let them pass you, or do you want to go forward? Do you want to be in the front or the back?
I'm taking the lead.
Do you know where to go?
No. I'm looking at the next person behind me. Do you know where it ends?
I've never been in it before. It should go down to the power room down at the bottom, lower in the base by the waters.
Are there any branches?
I don't know. I didn't make it.
Are there any actually infrastructural engineering?
Okay.
Can I tell where we are going?
Let's find out.
Sadly, Hatdan's prediction is correct.
I'm a freaking engineer.
That is the other book. Okay. Damn RPGs and their splat books.
If you can gain access to a point on a power or fluid grid and possess an item capable of retrieving data from it, or lacking that, if you can physically see at least 2 major junctions in the grid, you can accurately diagram how the grid is distributed. So,
yeah, more or less.
Well, I do have.
This includes the relative location of pipes, junctions, reservoirs, pumps, power stations, and relays.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So there are probably a couple junctions in here leading down to the main area that will be carrying cables that would probably be not quite as big as the one you're on, because that was the main chute for service.
One very important detail in this, however, it will not tell you how to physically get to those locations. It's only how far they are in a given direction.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you can kind of follow the line for it just based on where you are, though. So you're in a service tunnel for this thing. Like, this is the tunnel that you're supposed to go down in order to get to this place. The power lines and stuff probably do branch off, but the tunnels that they're going to go through aren't necessarily going to be as big. So you might be able to get people crawling through them, but not necessarily walking like this. Because right now you're on like this gantry. That you're going through. If you continue down this way, you should end up by the wave power station down at the bottom. Whether or not there's a boat down there or anything is anyone's guess.
Probably not, but it's safer there than it was back there.
So,
because I don't think because of all the issues Power Armor I know had, if this thing is this cramped, I don't think they would be able to follow us.
It certainly seems like they would have a tougher time getting into it. Although it does kind of depend on like how destructive they're being, right? Because they did go through the walls to begin with, but at the moment, yeah, you seem like you've got a pretty tight junction in here.
All right, well, hopefully, since it's a tidal system, that means there might be a surface station a ways out, and that would be an exit point. But right now, this is our hold up, so I'm going to continue down the main line.
Okay.
I'm going to keep looking at the various junctions and seeing if there's anything that might be an offshoot that will get us into a safer area.
That's when the 6th Ranger arrives.
Well, most of them will. The only ones that should be branching off should be going back to the base, right? So it would bring you back up there, which isn't necessarily safer. And you'd have to crawl your way to get there.
But they wouldn't be expecting it.
Well, that's assuming they didn't leave anybody behind. I mean, if I were going to, create a kill team, I would probably check all of the lockers and stuff pretty thoroughly. But you should decide where you want to send folks if you want to try to do that. They are looking to kind of escape, though. They are certainly not of the.
So we go back and we cause riots.
Third 9.
Sam, this is the origin of the 6th Ranger.
Oh.
Well, I'm trying to get the group down to the main power station, and the guy behind me, I'm like, okay, so there was a data file, everyone got attacked, everyone rallied here, correct?
Everyone we knew about, yeah.
Have you tried contacting any of the other rally locations?
Yeah, we've been to everyone that we had diagrams to, and we've put up put up contacts all over the planet and other planets and data systems trying to retrieve everybody. I mean, we got a few stragglers at one point, but they were really thorough.
And this happened 3 years ago?
Well, not exactly like this, but yeah.
Okay. So that has nothing to do with the current situation.
Well, I mean, this feels a whole lot like the current situation.
No, there's another group that's hunting, but they attacked the group I was assigned to within the past 2 months.
Oh, I don't know anything about... Oh, wait, the thing on Mars.
Yes.
Actually, hang on, that's a bit of too much of a jump. He wouldn't know. You haven't provided any context for that. So it goes, oh,
Well,
okay.
I would say he would make that jump because that's also something people with the equation do. They make leaps of logic and hope to God.
Well, no, he has no indication that you were involved with that. It wasn't advertised that you were like one of the people who died in that building.
All right. Well, I don't even know if I was in the building when it went
you
down.
don't know, and neither does he. So lots of people died in that building. He's not sure if it's you or anything else. But you guys will proceed forward here. Okay, so now is where you make a meta decision. Do you want to continue this character, or do you want to swap over to a new one? Because the 6th Ranger is waiting at the end of the tunnel with a flamethrower.
Really?
Yeah, they were designed to be thorough.
So it's
Now,
a question of, do you use a rescue or not, I suppose?
You can rescue, in which case Toberius will be like, okay, I'm gonna see what I can find out about this, and he'll duck down a side tunnel, and the massacre will take place without him, and you can resume him at a later date. But the massacre was a scripted part of the story, so the next character will pop in post massacre, and then later on, if you want to, you can bring Toberius back and reuse him, or everybody can walk up to Green Ranger and get torched, basically.
Oh, God damn it. Sev, why don't you move over to the other group?
Well, they're going to be coming out of it with this kind of thing, basically.
Basically, your decision affects what he does with us, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think the problem is that it's a decision that he has to actually think on.
Okay, well, I
on
can
the
do
spot for it.
Right. Whatever, think it over. You won't be reusing him immediately, because he's going to have to go into hiding for a little while, but you can bring him back in this campaign if you want to. It'll just be a determination of whether or not you want to hold on to him or not.
Do you want him to die or not? Yeah.
Okay, well, give me a few moments and I'll be back.
Okay. For the rest of you, the plane will come down about an hour and a half later. Just in time for... No, I'll skip that. Okay, so the plane will come down. And you guys will get onto... There's some vehicles waiting for you, the police vehicles that are waiting for you down on the ground. And you guys can all pile in. Reginald looks, very interested and appraising of the whole situation as they're putting him on. This is uncomfortable clothing. It's designed to be protective. Is it?
Why do these vehicles have flashing lights?
Yes, this seems very conspicuous.
It's to alert people so they know to get out of the way.
Honey, I have a question.
Yeah?
If you are apologetic for biting me, do I still hit you?
If you want to, you can still hit me. That's fine. I deserve it.
Good. I cannot do it now. You're too alerted.
That's fine.
The flashing lights are not helping my case, Penny.
I know.
Move someplace more quiet.
Oh.
I'm back.
Well, really?
Hey,
is it okay if I hitch a ride with you for now?
You're all in the same thing right now. You're in like a SWAT vehicle.
No, I'm actually asking him for a shoulder ride.
Oh, that would seem counterproductive to my attempt to hit you.
It'd be closer. It'd be easier, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
If you miss, you'll hit yourself, though.
This is a most interesting plot.
I'll ride with BB if you're uncomfortable with it. That's fine.
Is BB more comfortable?
Eh?
Yes.
Gonna kind of shrug. I don't know. I don't know if I've written on you, so I don't know.
For when BB doesn't try to hit me.
I will
while
tell you.
riding
I will
on
tell
him.
you. Writing on Drachert's really strange, though. Every time his muscles twitch, you know.
I will recall that the next time I ride on Drachert.
Yeah.
Tisa coughs. Doesn't need to, but
God. Okay.
freezing.
And I'm
He'll just look over to
gonna put a
Dragon.
hand out to
No.
I'm gonna put a hand out to him like to shake. Go. I know we didn't really introduce each other very well, but yeah, I'm Penny Whistle. So do you like the name Reginald?
Penny Whistle? It is a little peculiar.
Yeah. Thanks. That's really a nice thing to tell somebody about their name.
You are welcome. He will shake your hand a little smallly. Drachert. Her last name is Whistle. That is a verb.
To be fair, my last name is Loafus, so glass houses, you know.
That is not a verb.
You know, whistle is also a noun, eh?
He kind of ponders that. Amazing. She looks down at Penny with newfound respect, like, you tricky fink. Not sure what to trust now.
So Reginald, I just want you to know, I might seem a little bossy about this, but I really don't want you to get hurt, okay? So don't go out in the open when there's people shooting, okay?
That would be counterproductive to my attempt to gain experience in pain.
You will get shot anyway, trust me. Just don't go in the open where they'll kill you, because that will end all your experiences very suddenly.
Ah, good.
No, bad. Very bad. You don't want to die.
You can't say that. You don't know what he wants.
Well, Penny doesn't want him to die.
Hey, Rio?
She looks over as they're driving up the hillside here.
So you think this might be a TTI op?
She looks back toward this hill for a while and is quiet for a minute. And then finally snorts out a little bit of a sigh and says, I was dismissed shortly before he was dismissed the last time we went through this process, and I didn't hear a whole lot about it other than that he had died on a mission. But prior to that mission, there was a security concern that I know that they had been having for some time. Same sort of reason I got dismissed. It's rather peculiar to be rejoined to a team after a security concern unless they figure that concern is over.
So
Which I
this likely comes from a branch connected to ours.
She sort of shakes her head a little bit and says there's a lot of supposition involved, but typically if there was a security concern, he wouldn't be back here unless that concern had left, unless he was being used as bait.
Which sounds like that might be likely.
She kind of waffles back and forth a little bit and says, I never really talked to him too much about his grotto. It was one of those things that was left in the background, but all in all, it wasn't a particularly huge blip on anybody's radar. I don't know that they would be a tremendous issue for anyone unless they found out about something pretty sensitive. By the time that he was decommissioned, he had some pretty sensitive information. I'm not sure if it was surrendered willingly or if they got a hold of something or if maybe they tracked him down to try to get it, but I wouldn't put it past them to wipe out a grotto that got a hold of something.
So I suppose even if we can't find him, we should check their systems, see if they discovered something.
Well, if this is actually anything to do with that, chances are they'll scrub it pretty clean themselves. But it's also equally possible this is the same group that went and attacked you guys about 2 months ago.
I suppose so.
Might even be related to the ones we're hunting right now. We just don't have enough to go on at this point.
Oh, I hate not knowing.
Yeah, get used to it. You die that way.
Oh, that's cheery. Yes.
She will look back over the dossier in her hands, going, "Who's the big guy? And do I give him a gun?"
Reginald. We're calling
My
him
name is
Reginald,
Drac.
not Drac.
That's out of character.
He's some kind of strange manifestation thing. Don't give him a gun.
She looks back at him, kind of perplexed. It seems normal, if a little scattered.
Imagine coming into the world with no experiences or prior knowledge at all.
So you
Maybe
mean
not give
birth?
him a gun. Why did we bring him along?
Because leaving him behind is probably more dangerous for him.
All right, let me lock him in the car.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Sev?
Hmm.
I'm going to retire Toberius for the time being,
Okay.
but I'm going to have him survive.
Okay.
So he's spending a rescue.
Yeah, but the one thing I would like to do
Mhm.
is, since they're going in, I'm leaving breadcrumbs for them.
Okay.
I'm basically, what I'm going to do is Toberius is going to leave his actual toggle in the maintenance tunnels, and it's basically set to ping only Penny, Tisa, and Drachert.
What about BB?
Yeah, I feel insulted.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to ping only the three of you because you're the only three with any sort of information that you can use to crack his toggle.
I feel insulted.
I think you should feel insulted.
Sounds fairly insulting to me. I think that's
But-
probably what happened here.
I figured out that whistle was a noun when nobody else mentioned it.
But there will be a message on it for them specifically.
You can leave a thingy behind. So he will basically duck off into the side and see this gout of flame that goes through the tunnel.
The screaming starts.
The screaming, and then it ends, and you lie quietly and hope that you're not found for some time. You will eventually make your way out of that particular area after they have gone through and sort of scoured it. They're there for about 2 hours, and then make their way out, and you can get out through the bottom. The rest of you will show up at around 3 hours and see the remains of this large area. There's no ships nearby, no indication of a landing really, but there's a massive crater in a mountainside facing away from the town that looks like it was a salt that came from the sea. And it's dug deep in, like somebody hit it with a ship weapon. And there's all sorts of tunnels that have been exposed, and a large cracked building toward the cracked bunker toward the end of it.
Penny looks visibly shocked.
Tisa whistles. Like, wow.
No, Penny whistles.
Ha
No, there's only one of them here.
Certainly didn't waste any time breaching that, did they?
They certainly did not.
Oh no.
He's got to be okay. He's
It's
probably.
quite possible he's not, darling, but we'll check.
Did anybody bring a clean sweep?
Yeah, they've got. There's somebody out there who's got one
Okay.
currently, and we'll open it up, and it doesn't seem to be noticing anything really. You can make your way down toward the breach if you want.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how do you want to enter?
Well, probably through the entrance, or what's left of it.
Seems legit.
Cautiously, because we don't know that they're gone.
Original, stay close to me. Wait, looking back for
No,
Reginald.
Reginald should stay here, darling. Active armor, his experience will be very short if they're still here.
Oh, okay. Okay, Reginald. Bye.
This is contradictory to your previous instruction.
I have been instructed differently.
Unfortunate.
I know. I'm sorry.
Can I have a snack?
Yeah. BB, do you have any snacks?
Okay, someone turn the AC on for him. Crack the window down a little bit.
What is his favorite music? I don't know what station to put it on. Oh, I think I got a couple donuts here.
Alright.
My favorite
They're
music
not
is
in the
German
best
death rock,
condition.
I think.
That's okay. He's only gonna eat them. He doesn't need to look at them for too long.
They're gonna get back and he's gonna be sitting there staring at the thing the whole damn time.
The previous donuts were more aesthetically pleasing. Will this affect the flavor?
It shouldn't.
Kinda.
He takes a bite. You are correct. It kinda does.
Right. Okay. Well, now that I know that you have a really sensitive palate, let's continue. Just stay out of trouble, okay?
I make no promises.
Oh, good. He's learning.
Oh, that's kind of cute. All right, let's go find Toberius so we can get out of here.
You make your way down into the structure, and the scent of
Burnt
charred.
flesh.
Well, it's not really that. It's burnt everything. You get in there, and the whole thing looks like it's been torched in a rather systematic fashion. In fact, you can actually see the sweeping lines of like cleanse by fire having taken place, and all material artifacts related to what may have been here are pretty much gone. You don't see any kind of drawings, any pictures or artwork, anything like that. Most of the architecture looks like it's been beaten by a pretty heavy
Either
object.
slagged, smashed, or taken.
Yeah, anything that was chiseled into the stonework or anything like that looks like it's been taken a pneumatic hammer to. It's definitely been deliberately gutted in a pretty systematic fashion.
Penny's face is starting to look more and more grim.
Do we see the remains of any of the bodies?
Mm-mm. Looks like there isn't a body to be seen.
I'd like to use my OD&D to sweep, see if there's actually any, even little patches of burnt flesh, just so we can say, yeah, people have died here, even though it looks pretty obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That will now be just operate, won't it?
Yeah.
Can I use form follows function and try to pick out some universal shapes of what's left here?
Well, yeah, you don't even necessarily need to use it for that, because you can tell that, these are pillars that held the ceiling up, and there was a building over here. There were probably some consoles over there.
I have a 9.
Okay. You are able to determine that a mixture of fire and chemicals has been used on pretty much the entirety of this space.
Mm-hmm.
And it is kind of really rough to pick out any actual genetic evidence, but basically this wouldn't be used unless you were trying to cleanse all evidence. Yeah. Because it's way more than just kind of like dusting the floor. They were pretty thorough about it.
Yeah, and she just say they were very thorough.
Rio's gonna walk in and kind of look around with a scowl and go, "This is a very expensive process."
Deploying 5 active armors with clearly very heavy ordnance.
I'm gonna see if there's any side tunnels, or there's got to be another way out. There had to be another way out. I'm just gonna start searching.
Go searching. Everybody do body perceives and searches.
Okie dokie.
Alright, I accidentally closed that sheet while I was going through.
I do well.
Nice.
Oh, I don't.
Penny's desperate to find Toberius.
Penny, with your attention to small objects, you actually find the glimmering object in the vent.
I found something! I'm going to take off down the vent.
Okay. Wait, Penny, don't go on your own.
I'll go after her. And Tisa will gloop into the vent.
What's this glimmering object?
It is the toggle that was left behind.
Oh.
What have you found, darling?
It's this toggle.
BB will find the ruins of the shaft. It looks like it has actually been closed off again. Like the doorway that led down to that access area is closed off again. It's not relocked or anything, but it was shut basically to keep the fire in.
Oh. Oh no.
You can open it if you wanted to.
I'm going to press my hand against the door and then push to open it.
Okay.
Make sure
That
it's not
doesn't
hot.
work because it's a pole, but
Yeah.
In that case, I will pull the door after a moment of slight embarrassment, but no one noticed, so I don't.
Yeah.
I'm going
so you
to
open it up.
It will
levitate.
haunt you.
I'm going to levitate with my awesome cool space powers the toggle out of the vent.
Okay. Do we recognize this?
It's Toberius' toggle. I'm gonna say from inside the vent.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look at Tisa with upsies, please. Need up.
We'll pick up Penny in.
All right. Both of you come out of there. I don't want you stuck in that tiny area if we get into a problem. Let's see if we can find a larger access point.
Looping out.
BB, you appear to have found a larger access point. It smells and looks pretty scorched in there.
Oh no.
What is it, BB?
Just gonna stare and look around, shaking head.
Yeah, we'll come up shortly and be like, all right, we're going to have to send a couple people down to check out. Let's make sure we've got a few people watching up here, and I need some folks outside keeping an eye on the skyline. I'm probably going to have a second run at this.
I'll head up top.
I can go outside. I am not admittedly much use in small space.
I'll go down below. I'm gonna find him.
Tisa will, gloop down to be on closer level and she'll just be, Penny, darling, I know you want to find him, but you need to curb your expectations a bit, okay?
Expect all your friends to be dead, Penny. Just expect them all to be dead.
Shut up, Rio.
Any enthusiasm you
If we're
have.
not in view,
We're dead.
At
we
any given
might be
point,
dead.
constantly dead.
Are you saying we essentially should lose object permanence?
Yes.
Oh my god!
Okay. No, I'm gonna look over at Tisa, and I'm just gonna like, kind of like I'm setting my jaw, and I'm going, I'm not giving up on him yet.
Yes, you don't have to give up, but
You just have to give up a little.
make sure this
I
isn't going
found
to
his toggle. He might still be down there. He could be hurt.
He might, and that's why you should go check. But don't let the disappointment break you if you don't find him.
He's gonna be fine.
Tisa will sigh and then smile. Okay.
All right,
He's gonna be
uh,
fine, and then I'm gonna win our argument, and that's how this is gonna be.
I hope so, dear.
Well, you don't have to
You
hope.
guys-
My logic is sound.
She's discovered how the math works. It's powered entirely by blind hope.
I did break through the algorithm earlier.
Yeah.
Tisa looks briefly concerned, but let's her have the last word.
So you will head down there now. Tiberius, you have to decide how stealthily you attempted to leave this area.
He probably waited a half hour or so after the group,
Fried.
the Rangers,
Mm-hmm.
finished. He stopped hearing them, and then he quietly made his way out.
Well, it's more like, so there's soot and everything on the ground. Did you try to avoid it, or did you walk through it, or like how much of a trail did you leave?
Almost none.
All right, so roll stealth. So because you're trying to not be seen. Body exert and stealth, which was subterfuge.
What's that?
It was subterfuge if you're looking for it.
I don't
No,
think he ever took it.
Yeah.
Remember the
No.
whole, can you stealth, Toby? He can't.
No, I'm bringing.
Let's
body
see. Let's see if
exert.
your dice will be kind to you one last time.
No.
Okay,
You're not wrong.
I'm going to try to avoid being seen by tiptoeing through the dirt.
He's saying all that out loud.
The dirt pile.
Yes.
Do.
You guys get about halfway down the tunnel, looking through the soot lines, and then Rio does a little whistle and points forward and points out footprints on the ground that you may or may not be able to recognize, but maybe Penny can because she's down at that level as the boot treads that he usually wears.
Oh my god, this is the terrible knockoff brand he wears.
Those
go.
evil grotto brands.
They will pick up the pace and double time it down to the bottom, and she will call back through the comm. I need the car to get down toward the bottom shoreline and see if we can find a survivor down there. Can do. What? How did you get to the front? It was not locked. Who didn't lock the door?
Why was I gonna lock him in there? You can't lock him in there.
If Tisa and Drachert have headed up top, can we see over
The car
the cars?
just leaves.
You can see.
Huh.
Do not be alarmed.
Take it to
I
the
can
pump
operate the
station.
vehicle.
The sirens
just
come
comes-
on, the lights whirl.
The car is leaving. Is it supposed to be doing that?
No. Well, order yes. I'm going to be
That was a calm to Penny and Rio.
You're doing great, Reggie.
Correct.
as the car veers off the cliff.
As he heads down sideways and tries to get inside of the thing. You guys will emerge at the bottom and see the footprints disperse off into the dirt as the vehicle kind of
Rolls over this footprints and completely
well, it
wipes
starts
them
heading
out.
down. There is a moment of pause, and Rio will shout back into the mic, wait, stop there. And that'll bring it to a halt, and she'll kind of ponder it a little bit and goes, it looks like he got away, but if they were this thorough about it, I really think we need to make it look like he didn't get away.
Okay. You mean cover it up?
Yeah.
We need to find him and then shoot him. So that it looks
Alright,
like-
I'm going to go back through the soot and I will mess up to hide his trail.
Make sure he's
Using my cool implant where it lets me shift things around. I'll just mess around with the stuff without touching it.
Okay.
So I'll just make a flurry of ash in the back.
Do a body exert, and what would be a good one for this? What do I do anything? Yeah, sabotage might work out well for it.
Oh, great. It's that thing I don't have. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Body exert. Yeah. Sabotage. Don't have that. So just whoop, whoop. No!
No, terrible job,
Made it
Penny.
even
Terrible
more
job.
clear. Toberius was here accidentally.
Rio's gonna look back at it. And
Actually,
go,
can
Penny,
I do
think we
that
need
as
to
a
go back.
stealth?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, because I can do that as a stealth. It's a +4 with double simplify. So
Yeah.
it'd be a 10 with no negative
Yeah,
one.
it's a little better. Okay, so yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll cover it up and go. All right. Let's start peeling out of here. I think it's pretty clear what this was. I want to try to make sure we don't leave any footprints behind. Let's try to make it look like it wasn't. No, wait. Let's make it look like it was searched, but we didn't find anything.
Okay.
Go back up to the top, do a couple rounds, and then we're gonna get out of here. Reginald, bring the car back up to the top. Would you like me to carry it? Reginald, drive the car back up to the top. Oh.
You better do what
I'll
Rio
go back
says,
up
sweetie.
Birds.
Goes back upward. This is far less fun than I have to talk to myself.
It's funny.
Then we'll bring the vehicle upward. Back up to the top of the thing. Yes, all right. So while we're here, we can go stop into the local RPF office. I can start checking your traffic control. Maybe we can make, at least get some eyes on what we're dealing with in case this is something we should look out for in the future.
Mhm.
clearly we have an issue. Also, we're going to have to contact Aiden and Keel. I'll do it since they ordered you guys not to pursue.
Okay. Should we try to head back for the appointment?
She clicks her tongue a little bit and says, "Give it a minute. I'll schedule a flight in a few hours, but we need to do a little cleanup here to at least figure out if he's going to get someplace safe."
Okay.
I'm going to fan out over the local area and see if they can just pick up his body. If they were really trying to hunt him immediately, maybe they've already found him. If not, then he's probably gone into hiding for a while.
Okay. Hey, Rio?
Yeah,
Thanks.
that's the job.
No, it's not the job. You're ignoring the job pretty well right now. Thank you.
Different job.
She shrugs. Still, you're pretty awesome. Alright, well, I better go wrangle Reginald before Tisa puts a leash on him.
If you get up top, Tisa's just watching the car with curiosity.
While they're standing there, Drax actually going to look at her and go, "You know, I'm fairly certain."
Penny's gonna come up,
people are
fold her
unarmed.
arms, standing next to Tisa and Drac, and goes, "I'm just thankful he hasn't figured out he could probably run me down with the car."
What was that, Cronos?
Drax is actually going to do all. It's just the two of them, fold his arms and just kind of say, "I'm fairly certain those people were unarmed."
What makes you say that, dear?
Without thoroughness, it seems like it'd be a wipeout. It seems like there'd be some wreckage from them if they could fight back, yes.
No, the entire place is wrecked. It's hard to tell who did what.
You can tell that they were unarmed because the weapons would quite thoroughly remove any limbs that they had.
I'm pretty
But
sure they were
frankly-
unarmed after the fire.
Frankly, armed or not, 5 active armors is overkill. No matter what.
Especially with 6.
I do not say this often, and it is not a decision I take lightly. But I find ones who did this, I'm going to kill them.
She just, stay silent on that.
Reggie! Reggie?
Who is Reggie?
Reginald. Sorry. It's people make nicknames. They shorten longer names into shorter names. I guess that's not something you're okay with.
That seems lazy.
It is lazy.
Shall I call you P?
It's actually not that far from what my mother used to call me, but I don't know if you want to do that.
Would pen work?
You can call me whatever you want. Alright, so...
That is a very long and complex title.
Do you have wants? There are things you want?
I would like to turn the car,
Around, or just turn it?
in general.
He totally.
I wish to do a
roll
donut.
They are my favorite food, and also my favorite way of driving.
Look, can you just, very carefully drive the car around the area? Very slow, very careful. Make it look like you're looking around. Don't hit anybody.
I will attempt this, but it is less enjoyable than going fast. I like to go fast.
Right. Okay, just
Are we
try
sure
not to
he's
hit
not
anybody.
a hedgehog?
Gotta go fast. Alright.
He's going to drive around.
Okay.
This seems like an inefficient way to reach the other side of this area. No one is in the vehicle with me.
Watching the car peer away slowly.
Should we have gone with him?
Calling out the window, there is still time. Run.
I can't run that fast.
I frankly do not wish to be in that vehicle with him.
If you stop, I'll get in.
That would be contradictory to your previous instructions.
Have you
His
considered...
voice growing fainter.
This is it gets further and further away.
This is called learning to think on the fly.
I do not think you should.
The vehicle flies. He turns toward the cliff.
Goodbye.
No, no.
No, he doesn't.
I know.
Okay. At that particular moment, back on board in undisclosed area, there are various people getting out of outfits, and one of them is going toward the monitor to get in a call in with their particular headquarters, and reports that the job has been completed successfully. All people accounted for. And the last of the security leak has been purged. And it says, comes the voice on the other side and says, "All right, good work. That was unfortunate. You guys did a difficult task there, but you've served the Corp well. And hopefully we can put a close to this rather unfortunate chapter on this entire operation. Aiden and Keel are going to need replacement agents, and you're going to need to help escort them into the next stage of their process. I think in light of the fact that you performed so well here, and your previous experience with particular hunting operations, that you can probably take that role well. So I'm going to recommend you as a temporary replacement, or as a permanent replacement to Toberius, and we will proceed from there. Just wait for further instructions, Beauregard. It closes that off.
Can that all be like in shadowed lighting and the voice
Yeah.
on the
Of
com?
course. Well, yeah, naturally.
We're doing the end of a Metal Gear Solid game.
Oh.
Yes, Mr. President. No, Mr. President.
President.
Keeping my mouth shut.
And Toby kills off Beauregard at the beginning of the next
Immediately does it.
retribution.
Leaps immediately up the cliff. Deal with that one.
Da-da-da.
Da, da, da.
Da, da,
I
da.
think that's all I've got for this point.
Reginald, not the tree.
No, Reginald,
No,
stop!
sure.
No.
Alright. Kind of a
Pop
long
the
fight, so
wheelie,
I
oh
just
no.
had to figure out how that would work against a large group, because I'm sure it's going to come up at some point in somebody's game.
Mm-hmm.
So we will give eeps to all peeps. Can have 13 eeps. I'll give Toby 15 eeps for being shafted.
Oh my
Since there's a bit of a facial thing. You can apply them to both characters. Just grow them levelly.
Yep.
Actually, you should bring the other one up to the same level if you're going to be using them.
Let's see,
Well-
match your XP.
Yeah, I've been matching XP with Bo.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I guess I'll stop the stream. Thanks for watching, guys.